Probably.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Like from the tippy top, apparently.
Uh-oh. We're gonna get it now. One more game.
Eventually we're gonna get it.
So we're just out here on some Megan Thee Stallion stuff up here, going from the top let it drop. It's a Tech Talk Thursday. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all welcome.
What's good, everybody? It's your work service Major Linux, and it's time once again, hopefully, for Tech Talk Thursday for January 7th, 2021. Now with audio. Of course.
Like, I just want y'all to know that Linux made so sure he wanted to so much.
I did.
To make sure that the audio.
I thought about it all day.
Made that effort.
The
Turned
audio,
the thing on and everything.
the video. I changed the title of the show ahead of time. I was ready. I swear I thought I was ready, but because I knew that I reinstalled the OS on this PC over the break. I was like, "There's something's not going to be right." I know it, but I just couldn't figure out what it was. And then it's always the audio for me. Yeah, okay. It's always the audio. But of course, again, this week I'm joined by KKS Gaming.
It's your boy Kev. How you doing?
I'm joined by Cinziak. And also joined this week by the GOAT. Uncle with the new hair.
Uncle with whip it. Let it flow. Just
oh God, somebody used the potty. I can smell it all the way up here.
Oh,
I need a whole wall and a door now.
No.
It's just bad.
Not somebody dropped that. Not somebody did a hot drop. No.
I don't know if it was a hot drop. It's just it smells bad though. It smells real bad.
Not a hot deuce in your bathroom.
Okay. Luckily not up here. Actually, no. Actually, that's unluckily, because if it's not up here, boy. The joys of parenthood and potty training, y'all. Oh man, this is. All right, so we'll start this again. How was everybody's holiday? How was everybody's break? We all rested? We ready to go?
I'm ready to throw hands. That's what I am.
Hey,
hey. The holiday was a chill time. I got to see Jingle.
Yeah, that.
I needed to watch that.
That was a solid movie. So solid. It was a joy to watch. If you have not seen it, get your life. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did go and hang out with my family for a bit on Christmas. I also got to see them for a plate and a game of cards on New Year's, and then I'm like, I'm not seeing y'all again until May, so don't ask me.
Okay. How about everybody else? Kev, before I think I cut you off when you said you had discovered Miracle on 34th Street when I realized we had no audio.
Yeah, I had seen it. I discovered that it was on because I've had the movie, in my ways and means for years. But then it was like, oh, cool! It's on streaming and it's on Disney Plus. Awesome. And it's just so good. I'm like, is this gonna be this ugly? Is this gonna be this ugly-ass, like, color restored version of it, or is it gonna be in the black and white, regular aspect ratio? And it was good. And we watched Soul, and my mama didn't understand any of it. She was like, I don't get it. But keep in mind, she did love Coco, but it was just kind of like that was a bit too heady for her. But somehow Coco was like, okay, I get this. But it was good, and like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was just so cool to just see like this. I always say like the 60 and the 40. The 60% is the movie that I loved The 40% was the amount of movie that I kind of was okay with, and I'll just be like, okay, I'll go along with the 40%. But that 60%, the barbershop scene, just black people being black people and getting a haircut was a beautiful scene, because I'm like, that used to be. Remember when we used to do haircuts? Man, I miss them days. Boy, oh boy. Now I'm sitting out here with a struggle cuts. So, but yeah, that was my, like I said, got the tree up, tree down in 2 days apiece, and made a wonderful dinner. And I spent New Year's Eve the best way you could possibly spend New Year's Eve. I spent it in Animal Crossing, watching with my animal villagers, watching the countdown. When I tell you that was the most fun I had on New Year's, and just hearing like all the just hearing like, because the songs are very simple, boop, 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 boop. But when New Year's happens, it's like whole orchestral version of that music, of that song comes up. I think I posted it on Twitter a couple times, and it's just it was just like amazing, just watching the countdown in my Animal Crossing village, like, and that was the most fun. I was like, forget what's on TV, whatever happened, that was the most fun. And yeah, it was nice. It was enjoyable. My holidays was great. It was real nice.
I totally forgot about that. Oh man, time travel back.
Do that if you can. Never recommend it.
If I were to do that, I'd just be too busy trying to pick the weeds up while the fireworks are just going off.
Oh, look, fireworks.
Man, we thought you were dead.
Where you been, man?
Right.
Who tiger is this?
Right.
New people done moved in, old people done moved out. Hamlet? Man, he been gone, man. Who is you?
Nice to meet you. I just moved in.
2 generations have happened. Nobody, like Timmy and Tommy are now old.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have, their dad used to run the town. He was a predatory loan shark. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we enacted laws to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought
I'm
he was
like,
his uncle.
I think
We
so.
got a worldwide super government now. Where you been?
Where you been at, man?
That's hilarious.
Great.
So how was your break, Anka?
It was great. I got to see my family. I'm really glad I got to see my nephew, celebrate my birthday, and I took this week off. And I've been living my life.
Good.
Living your life like
Good.
it's stolen.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Fantastic. For me, as much as people were like, they worry about, how are we going to see our family, do the Zoom holidays. Like, my wife asked us, we're going to Zoom, we're going to FaceTime. No. Nah, I'm good. Just go sit here quietly in my house. Got me a new hoodie. I would just wear my hoodie all day. I said, yep, this is great. This is great. I'm gonna sit here and just watch TV all day. I don't have to leave. I don't have to see it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet.
No
It was
traffic.
peaceful. It was amazing. Granted, beforehand, it was a small little scare. I had to leave work super early and go quickly find yet another test to take. But, I'm thankful that my son's OT, she actually cares about this virus and was so apologetic. I think she took more tests than we did because she wanted to make sure. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. I'm really appreciative that she did reach out to us and let us know so that we can take the necessary precautions. But yeah, after all that was done and nobody was worried about anything, it was just, chilling at home and just recharging batteries like we really need nowadays. I mean, at the beginning of all this, you'd have thought that, yeah, we'll all be at home. We could all just relax and chill. But no, it's been fucking tense as shit. So it'd been great. It was great to, just not worry about anything, turn things off. Of course, at the beginning of the year, I do my social media purge where I get rid of any and every account that I follow. So now it's just me being bored looking at Discord and Twitter, like, and Instagram, like, why am I not seeing things? Is this Twitter broken? And then realizing, oh wait, I only follow like 70 people now, so Twitter does not move as fast as it used to. Up until yesterday, and even then, I thought Twitter was broken.
Must have been nice.
Broken
Jesus
yesterday.
Christ.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When you disconnect the fire hose, yeah, it's welcome up until the point where you really just want that information, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I totally disconnected that.
Yeah, I was literally getting tweets from people that I didn't think were gonna tweet about this, who were tweeting about this, and I'm like, what? You? Man, I just seen you talk. Man, I just seen you talking about a laptop with your wife and your new baby. Now you sitting up here talking about these issues. I mean, I understand, but dang, not on the main.
I feel like you say it just like that. I know exactly who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, for me, like I had to stop my regularly scheduled tweets and posts just because, like, this ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for me to talk about, Epic doing a thing. I'm just gonna sit here and
I was just
yeah.
I was just retweeting, commenting, and replying, and that's all I could do. I was
I had to I was retweeting while I was at work, but as soon as I got home, and it's the strangest thing. Like when I get home, the last thing I want to do is open my laptop. That was the first thing I did yesterday.
It's like, yep, well,
nope, I'm getting right back on. Now I'm at home. I don't have to work. Let's see, what goal can I write today?
Yep, time to do something. Time to do something constructive.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking here. Where do we go from here? Where do we go?
I mean, it's one of them things where it's like, in ways you just have to like speak on it, and you just got to talk on it because of course you do. Like you can't not avoid it.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's just mostly like, well, we just kind of find the wedge in tech that it happened, and then we just go off on it.
Glad you mentioned that, because we're going to start in the middle this week. Mainly just because that's how the dock is set up, so it's in the middle for no apparent reason. Blank screen. Of course it's a blank screen. There we go. Twitch disables President Trump's account, citing incendiary rhetoric.
I didn't even know he had an account.
Hold on for a moment. So, do we want to pull out the let's talk about the things that I'm getting into in 2021. You see the stack of books over here? Reading is happening, okay? So, do I need to start dropping the F-bombs now or later? Because I mean, that's going to be
go off, Sam.
A constant for the rest of this thing.
Go off.
I feel like, right, before you get into it, right, I feel like I would like to leave room for everyone else to express their thoughts before I express mine. I'm feeling spicy today.
Well, I just think this is very hypocritical, because why? What about everybody else preceding him? Why all of a sudden you gonna step up, want the smoke now because it's the president, just to say, oh, we did something meaningful by taking out a major player in the key of all this stuff that's going on. I think that's all I'm gonna say. Why?
Oh, go ahead, Kev.
I think like I think when I posted this in the group chat, under it I said, and all it took was a riot to get that to jump off. Like, do you know how many people that be sitting up here that have all these channels that are literally like sending their own communities of hateful ass like bridge trolls to people's channels to harass them, people getting doxxed, people getting harassed, people getting basically sent and sicked upon in real time, and there are clips and VODs to the contrary of this behavior happening, and they're still on the platform. But when it's like the president, who we didn't know, who is already a toxic individual, who's already a polarizing character, to have him be like, oh yeah, we totally getting rid of the platform that the platform that he's on to become hip with the cool kids and hello fellow kids and communicate with those in things. We did that as like in the wake of a riot, of a literal riot. And I'm not saying that yes, he shouldn't be kicked off the platform. He definitely should be kicked off the platform, and I'm glad that he is. But if you feel the same way about this character, how about the other toxic individuals who did not invade the Capitol building, whose communities did not invade the Capitol building, but still are harassing and continue to harassing people, like say quote unquote disenfranchised people, minorities, people of the LGBTQ communities, and non-binary, and just as what Sin had mentioned about non-binary people as well. You have to then not get rid of them. Like, bro, it's still the same thing. We echoed that same rhetoric of if it were black people who had did what they had did, they would have been gone. They wouldn't have gotten as far as they did. But also, if you can ban Trump, the president of the United States, how come you can't ban some toxic asshole who's spewing hate on the internet and sending his communities to bot, twat, and dox poor other people who just happen to say, hey, leave me alone. Black Lives Matter. Let me be me. Let me love who I love. And then what? You're not going to do that, Emmett? Emmett, I'm going to need you to do better. Emmett, you did one good thing. That's not enough. You need to do more, Emmett.
But he didn't. The answer to your question is what you said in that comment after you posted it. It took a literal fucking riot to ban Trump.
Yeah.
So to really put that in the context for everything else, nobody else has caused a riot. It will literally these problematic people will literally have. Apparently, the precedent has been set by Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, God knows how many other companies, that you have to literally storm the fucking U.S. Capitol to get permanently fucking removed from their fucking platform. That's the answer to your question at this point. Because again, when you got Zuck, when you got Jack, when you got all these motherfuckers who was like, no, we're not going to remove them because they're saying bad things. No, we're not going to remove them. We're just going to flag them because we want people to see what he's saying, and then they can make the decision for themselves. I'm sorry, no, actually, that's Zuckerberg's argument for not removing him from Facebook, or removing fake shit from Facebook. No, we want the politician to post whatever they say, and then people can make up their arguments after the fact. But this is what happens when they let that shit go unchecked. And all of a sudden, when people are fucking dying, when, you see your fucking castle get stormed.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, we're going to do just the half-ass shit. We're going to slap your wrist now.
Oh, okay. So let's run that back real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, get your stretches in.
All right.
Yep.
Let's just pull out this CVS receipt.
and it's
real
long.
quick. For one, banning people for the shit that Black people, Indigenous people, other people of color have been telling you for years that they were supposed to do, that you were supposed to do. You didn't think, dear Facebook crew, y'all didn't think that it might be a good time to ban him from the platform when you literally got called onto the Senate floor?
Oh, yeah.
And interviewed and placed on trial on national television for your part in the disruption of the democratic process. You didn't think then would be a good time to do that. You didn't think it would be a good time when the Charleston riots were happening. You didn't think that would be a good time. When Portland was happening, you didn't think that would be a good time. When Ferguson was happening, you didn't think that would be a good time. Mind you, that predates the papaya POTUS for like 2 years, but never mind that for right now. You had
Kenosha.
You didn't think Kenosha was a good time. You didn't think any of these things were a good time. You didn't think any of the incendiary speeches leading up to the election were a good time. That any of the incendiary speeches after were a good time. You didn't think the hundreds of thousands of people telling you, please get this man off your platform, because every time he does, it emboldens racists to do terrible, awful things was a good time. No. You decided to wait, all of you with your bitch asses, until 2 weeks after, until 2 weeks before he officially has to leave office to try to get Buck in your system. We see you. We see you. You don't get to come up in here and act like you're doing anything important. You know something? We've decided that they're just saying incendiary remarks that are going to lead to people being harmed. And nah, Black people have been dying for years behind every word that this man says. We decided to ban him 2 weeks before he has to leave the office.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Agreed.
And
let's get that out of here. And we're not gonna y'all not gonna let that slide over here. Not over here.
And it's not just
gonna let you slide with that over here.
And it's not just the social media platforms. It's not just fucking Twitch. It's actually even the fucking news media.
Yep.
For constantly playing this shit.
No,
not just Fox, not just Fox, not just Newsmax, CNN, MSN, fucking CBS. Don't fucking matter. They kept playing this shit.
The thing is, not even just that they keep playing it, although that is an excellent point. You want to know what point I wanted to bring up? It wasn't that they reported it. It wasn't that they reported it constantly. It was that they were fucking irresponsible. Teen Vogue had more journalistic integrity than most of these major news networks if we're being real about it. And that's on the fact that they brought receipts and did things like call people terrorists when they did terroristic things. Said that the president was lying when he was lying. Y'all had people for 4 years who were just like, there were fake news, there were alternative facts. And it's kind of like, what do you mean an alternative facts? It's either a lie or it isn't. It's literally the most powerful office in the free world for one, and in this country for another. You can't let these people sit here and fucking lie and then not tell people that they're lying.
There was literally 2 people on MSNBC that actually called the man a lie, and the one of them was like
Black.
Black.
The evolution of Don Lemon. We're gonna talk about that real quick.
It's like Lawrence, it's like Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell. Like Lawrence came for his Lawrence would be for his whole chest. That was at the beginning of MSNBC, when I started watching, it was like they would do all the dancing. They were like, oh, half truths, fabrications and kind of stuff. But
there's a strong difference of opinion here. No.
Right. There's a strong difference of opinion. As more people of color started getting their own time blocks and time zones, that's when it was more like, oh yeah, my man's out here lying. My man's big lying now. This man is lying. And then now it's yesterday, absolute hair on fire. But I'm literally sitting there what do you expect? My man's doing whatever the fuck he want to do. He's been doing it for 4 years, bro. It just hit the fan today.
But nobody's gonna check him.
Let's talk about how mad I was about that for a second. I'm gonna put the microphone. I'm gonna move the microphone close to my face so that y'all can hear these words and that they're crisp and warm and buttery while I'm saying them to you.
Yes. Speak the words. Speak the words, Sam.
If I see one more of y'all out here in these social media streets going, could you imagine what would have happened if these were Black people doing these things? Y'all had a whole year to observe.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had a whole year to observe. A whole year to observe. Let me repeat that one more time, because y'all should have been inside for the pandemic. A whole year. When they announced the results of the Breonna case, what happened? When we showed up at the front gate, this man was in a bunker and they had a fence around the front yard, and it's like snipers, the National Guard, and everything else on site and ready to do things. They were destroying medical supplies. They took out medical personnel trying to do harm to peaceful protesters, trying to snatch them off the street, pull them into vans and everything else. I have a picture in my phone of a friend of mine who took a rubber bullet to the knee behind this stuff because they went to one of these protests. And what you mean to tell me is that somehow this happened and everyone is just kind of shocked and surprised. They gave you 3 weeks notice. They told you they were coming. The president literally asked them to show up, and they were just like,
they were practicing.
You know, I'm going
to no intelligence on this.
I'm going to be taking
they were literally on Facebook. They were literally on Facebook looking. They were like,
no, president was like, I'm going to be golfing. And it was sure would be a shame if all of y'all just showed up and did like a whole fucking thing while I was over here just acting a fool. But, you know,
no,
I can't do anything about it because I'm not here.
He actually said that he was going to march down to the Capitol with him.
I said, I'm going to march with y'all.
I didn't see that video till today. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I saw it.
What?
I'm about tired of y'all ashy mofos acting like everything is brand new every time it happens.
Like he lied to your face.
I've told you time and time and time and time and time again who they were. They showed you who they were. It's the same people who slip up and use gamer terms in the middle of their games. It's the people who are unintentionally racist at these concerts, the same people who decided to show up at these COVID parties without masks, and the same people who like straight up got into a fight with people at Red Lobster because they couldn't get their cheddar bay biscuits on a Sunday.
Wow.
Like it's all
Mother's Day. That was a Mother's Day.
It's the same people. It's the same people. It's not a Venn diagram. It's a circle that has grown. Like, I don't know why or where or whom or what else has to happen for y'all to get it. And while we're here about the state capitol, they didn't break into the state capitol. I'm pretty sure they took those wall climbing pictures for optics. They opened the front gate. I'm gonna let y'all read that one more time.
Broke a few windows. Slipped in.
They broke the windows for style points. Y'all already have the recorded video. There was a barricade there and they went, never mind, please go this way. They were taking pictures. They were taking selfies out here in this bitch. They were having like a whole discussion. People walked in there bold as hell with their whole name tags and everything. Y'all stop acting like this is brand new.
And they walked out.
God, stop acting like this is brand new.
My man walked out with the podium, with Pelosi's podium, like just
and with mail. Like it's not a whole ass federal offense for you to have other people's mail. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like this is new.
One cop was leading the old grandma down the stairs in his battle gear. He was like, "Come on, Mrs. McGillicuddy, come on down the stairs. Watch out, it's a little slippery now. Just ease up. Okay, got 3 more steps to go. 1 foot in front of the other now."
And while we're over here and being very observant, because I'm sure that we all were, this wasn't the only place that this was happening in. There were 10 state capitals that had the exact same thing happen.
Right, but we didn't see them on news.
That day, like Louisiana had a whole thing happening.
Yeah, Florida had it.
Georgia too.
No, Georgia? There were like 10.
Yeah. Like I know California. I think California was one of them. Washington was another.
Look, bruh, they never left, man. They never left.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, y'all.
No, like also hold on. November, man.
Hold on. Before we go any further, I do definitely want to thank you two. Thank you for turning Georgia blue. We flipped the Senate, so that's one good thing that happened yesterday.
God.
Yeah, that was a great thing that happened.
And then got eclipsed.
It happened.
while I
Completely
appreciate that,
eclipsed.
I want y'all to say I wanted to say one thing about that too, because this whole thing with Georgia is very related to the other side of this whole surprise thing.
Right.
Y'all see all this melanin on screen? Just over here existing.
It's
right.
Melanin.
You see that happening? I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor from now until like the end of our days. Stop asking us to rescue you and reminding us on how important our votes are when we have to get y'all out of this mess. Y'all spent 400 years leading up to this moment, and you want us to save you in the whole, like, the first week of the year. We have barely gotten over the grief that was 2020, and you're just like, so, dear Georgians who we made fun of all the time, I need y'all to go ahead and come through on both this presidential election, you know, with this person that we voted into office on purpose. And then we need you to turn around and also do these Senate runoffs.
Yes.
Again, for this person that we voted on purpose. And I would like to remind you on this runoff because, you know, your boy reads the results of these things. Did you know it was me and other people like me and our black ass votes against 86% of the opposing demographic for this? I'm gonna need y'all to get it together in 2021.
I'm gonna need y'all to do that.
Stop asking us to come and rescue you. Okay, I need you to talk to your racist uncles and aunties and beat them with rolling pins until they get some sense about themselves.
I'm
tired. I'm tired.
God, I can get test this. I'm sure probably Sin can get test this too. But we were inundated in our mail.
Hold on, let me just go ahead and get this phone.
We had
real
text
quick.
messages,
run this up to the
phone
camera.
calls. I mean, leaflets in the mail. I mean, leaflets, yo.
Do y'all see these numbers that I don't know with the hey, all of these, including the Yo fam, because they got the 2 black people who work there to also send me a text message, you know, to be like, daily reminders, 3 reminders an hour. One, on the one hand, there's a little bit of empathy here because I understand that y'all are trying to do what you can do to kind of make sure that these black people show up because they're the only way that you're getting out of the situation. But also, I didn't vote for y'all. I'm just trying to live, and the only way I'm going to do that is to show up at these polls because y'all have made it clear y'all aren't going to do right. So, let's be clear about
big
this.
Talk. Like, big talk.
But like we saw on the socials, surprising and amazing how voting for the least of us when it comes to black women, black LGBT people, and LGBTQIA plus people, and black people, period, helps everybody.
Everybody.
It's funny how that works.
It's like when you start with us, everything gets better.
Could you imagine
our lives better? Everything else gets better. I don't understand why we have to keep have the same problem.
Imagine that being a decent human being just makes things better for everyone.
Right?
Imagine.
By literally some of these people literally minding their own business and letting people be people, surprisingly nobody gets dragged for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always say these people, we point to these folk and say these are the bad ones because they are bad, because guess what they didn't do? They didn't mind their own business. And most of the time, a lot of this could be resolved, and these issues where these Karen and Kyle moments happen when most people don't mind their own business. Once they mind their own business, surprisingly enough, they don't get dragged. I don't understand what's the issue.
Oh, and also while we're here, you want to know what else would be wonderful? Since we're since we're on this wave of things that we can just do to improve the whole of society, please stop making me explain things to people.
Thank you. Google that shit.
When they can, oh my gosh.
I'm not here to inform you. I'm not here to inform you. I'm not here to. I
have only so much reserves for that, and there's a very small collection of people that I'm willing to expend that energy for because they are listening when I talk to them. I'm not trying to explain to your uncles and aunties and friends. I'm not trying to explain to these randoms on socials. I need y'all to hit the Google button and see what magic happens.
Right.
Leave me
Google,
alone.
read or watch some James Baldwin clips on YouTube and leave me the fuck alone, please. Thank
Black
you.
people are not
And
your
also,
encyclopedia
Yeah.
for everything.
while we're here, now that we've had some dust settle and clear, and some stuff happen with the Senate and all of this other stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on there. The rest of this isn't on me. I'm taking a break. I am clocking the fuck out. Like I'm clocking out. If they're like whatever is happening in the next 4 years, except for like my state and locals, I'm gonna need y'all to get that together. Have those conversations. Read the books with the really scary big titles and all this other stuff, and probably buy Black people for notes.
Don't buy your books on Amazon. Like, don't just buy them. Go to a nice Black bookstore, because there are Black bookstores in your area. Go check them out. Again, wear a mask when you go there, and just and ask them about books. What is your recommended reading list? And then just buy them books and read those books. Don't go on Kindle. Don't go on Amazon. Go to a Black bookstore in your area, because I know there's some in there, or onto a site that has Black books, that sells Black books online. Buy those books from the recommended list, read those books, and absorb the information that comes from those books.
But that's the problem, kid. Nobody reads anymore.
Well,
literally, that's the.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you better read, or you better find somebody who's gonna tell you, because it ain't gonna be me. It's either you either read what's on this list, or you carry your ass to Google.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, let's not say something we can't take back, right? Because there is an opportunity here.
I mean, yes,
there's an opportunity. Like you said, look, they can go buy these books, right? They can go buy these books, but as Anka pointed out, they ain't gonna read.
But
so you know what? If you want me to tell you something,
nope. I'm gonna stop you right there, because here's the thing: if y'all keep coming over here and asking me to do things, and then when you don't like these answers, you turn around and walk out the room. I'm telling you something. We're not here for that today. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and
I'll take your fucking money.
You can go.
You know what? Look, we in a capitalist society. I'll take your fucking money. You pay me. I'll tell you whatever. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Y'all owe us rescue fees.
Look,
honestly,
forget reparations. Y'all owe us rescue fees.
Yeah,
exactly. Look. You pay me, and I'll tell you what you want. Whatever you do with that information after the fact, that's on you.
But I got paid. I tell you, but you asked.
I got paid today.
What I'm
to tell you is, don't step up to the mic and ask questions if you don't want these answers. Don't do it.
Period.
Yeah, ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. Trust me. When I tell you,
I'm trying to get paid out here.
No matter what,
hit that sub button.
Tell these people, though, it's not going to change anything, because they're going to get shown facts all day. There was a fact that police brutality it exists. Like, there's no. I mean, it was solidified literally yesterday. All those people that were trying to.
Not even just like yesterday. It's like, I don't think it's one of those. It's not like we have this week's worth of evidence. It's not like we have a year's worth of evidence. Y'all have 4 centuries worth of information. Raphael Warnock, the person who just made it to Senate in Georgia, this black male that just made it there, his mother, let me run that back one more time. Mother, his mom, not his grandmother, not his great grandmother, not like 4 or 5 generations of people.
Let me check my notes.
Picked cotton in the land of Georgia.
In the lands of Georgia.
And voted for her son to become senator.
Right.
This week. Let me explain this to you. It is not like some long and forgotten thing that is like, I have to read the receipts in ancient hieroglyphics in like 3 or 4 different languages or a specific dialect. I need y'all to stop being surprised. Like, read a 5th grade history book at some point.
you can't even trust those, honestly, because
I mean, you can't. But the mentions that are there are just kind of like, y'all, like even they were just like they didn't want to tell you the whole truth, but they still told you that things were terrible.
The Cliff Notes version has still more information. That's the Cliff Notes. And even the Cliff Notes is telling you the beats, man.
You don't know what's crazy?
Hello?
What was tripping me out yesterday? What was tripping me out was the fact that they were talking about some, oh my God, this is not America. This is the darkest day. It's not the darkest day.
No.
Do we have to list all the things that have happened to the BIPOC community?
That was Wednesday.
Stop for a second. They clearly didn't watch The Help when that came out. Let's start with that one. But also,
wasn't The Help number one?
Day, and all I can sit here is I'm just staring at your screen and I'm sorry. Which one of you were sleeping on your couch when the police shot you? Which one of you were in the playground with a toy gun when the police shot you? Which one of you was wearing a hoodie when the police shot you? Which one of you were wearing Skittles? Which one of you got content warning for extreme violence here, got lynched in the middle of California, and then the police said, we don't know who did it, and or multiple cases of this happening, there wasn't enough public interest for us to warrant pursuing this case. So we did it. Did you know that was a thing? Did you know that the police have discretion to go, there aren't enough people who care about this for us to investigate it, so we did it? When did this happen to you? I would like to know, dear people at the state capitol. Would love to know. I would love to hear that story, because until that happens, until these people go, we have given you a holiday, a street named after you, and everything else, but we can't just give you the justice that you asked for. Until that happens,
fresh out of that,
right?
Fresh out of that.
All out of justice.
Y'all can sit yourselves in front of the TV and catch up on The Handmaid's Tale on Netflix and leave the rest of us the fuck alone.
Thank you.
They had the audacity to say that. That really pissed me off. I just was like, okay.
The way I was over here throwing shadow hands yesterday.
And I love Black Twitter because
Black Twitter is amazing.
Everybody was just like, it ain't our problem. It ain't our problem.
The way that I saw people get on Instagram live yesterday to just be like, I'm just sitting here at the house looking at y'all like y'all are acting a whole fool for no reason.
I'm literally looking like
not with the Chick-fil-A cup though. Not
me. I'm pretty much looking like Rick Ross, like, no sir, not me. I was like, they had nothing to do with me. That woman got shot. Tots and pears to her.
Okay, well, okay.
Wait. Actually, let's talk about this.
I don't wish death on anybody. She shouldn't have.
I don't wish death on.
She didn't comply.
Okay. So let's talk about that for a second, because that's exactly where I wanted to go. And thank you, Anka, for that marvelous introduction.
That was a good one.
To this very point. I do not it's not like I'm just sitting here like cackling in my bed thinking about the loss of human life over here. But am I sitting here just like distressed and distraught about this? Absolutely not. If I'm being very honest about it, absolutely not. Because it's one of those, the people who are upset and distressed about that are upset and distressed because
how dare they shoot us?
Hold on. Is this the part where I say the quiet part out loud because someone posted it?
I can just go ahead and quote it for you off.
It's been for 4 years. They've been saying the quiet part out loud.
This is a thing that y'all were supposed to do to the BLM people, not the Patriots.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that
too. I was like, oh, wow.
I was like, oh.
Y'all were in the White House, didn't think it was going to be, y'all were so scared of me, y'all were so focused on me and people who look like me and people who just stay tan all year round and don't have to work for it or buy it or anything else. Y'all were so worried about us with our seasoning, our good ass food, and our bomb ass content that y'all weren't ready for the person who was still angry that only 5 people showed up to watch them play Fortnite, showing up at your Capitol and being angry about it. Listen.
Go off, sir.
It was them. It was those people. It was the people that y'all were determined to just support and embolden and everything else that got bold and showed up at your house. So You know, and then y'all were surprised when it's kind of like, you want to know what? Bullets work on everybody. Y'all are immune. Y'all like
for everyone, I guess.
Some of y'all are real cute. Like, understand that y'all are privileged, but your privilege only goes so far.
Don't stop a bullet.
People will put you in check quickly when you go too far. Y'all didn't remember when David Duke straight up stood up on a podium and looked at the president and said, "Don't forget who put you in office." They will let you know. They have no problem with doing so.
Right?
They literally thought they could just do whatever. And when somebody doing their job like they were supposed to said, "Oh no, honey. Oh no, I don't care. You are a terrorist right now in my eyes.
Enemy combatant.
Enemy combatant. So you're invaded.
So that was one thing, and then the other thing too. If y'all say her name
behind
this woman,
oh no,
that pissed
let
me
me
off.
let me
I don't even know
stop
what her name is.
right there. So, I know where her name is.
Hi, son.
Hey, bud.
Like the respect that is due to just the fact that it is a human life that we're talking about aside and mentioned and firmly in place, let me say this thing. What you will not do is take the very hashtag meant to commemorate Sandra Bland and many other Black women like her that suddenly disappeared behind police violence, among other things, and go, we want to immortalize this one person who ran up on the state capitol and thought there would be no consequences.
We don't celebrate terrorists, I'm sorry.
We can't go to the store without there being consequences. How dare you?
I say, look, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I really, truly don't tell you. You run up.
Get done.
Got done.
So, I'm gonna tell you this. So, we're gonna I want to tell y'all this real quick. 2 weeks before this inauguration, everybody who decides to get buck and bold and do the stuff that they should have been doing that we asked them to do for multiple years, fuck all of y'all. And also, while we're at it, after that inauguration, the people who decide to like step up and do all of the diversity stuff that they should have done, fuck y'all too. I don't want to talk to y'all. Don't mention me, don't at me, don't slide into my DMs, none of that. If y'all, because at this point, we know who was going to be here because y'all were here when it was difficult, and we know the ones that are showing up for clout. I have no clout to give you. I will not be sharing shea butter, no lotion. You can be out here lonely and ashy by yourself.
Crack knees.
Ashy adversaries. No lotion, no cocoa butter, no shea, no.
Period.
No
I'm not sharing an uncrustable nothing.
No jojoba, no nothing. All that's gone.
Well,
you want some water? Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, I'd offer it to you, but the police officers that were out there at the time also turned over the tables that held all the water and decided to spray us with bear mace. We have no water for you. We kept the rest of it at home.
Did you see that? Did you see that video of like the night shift folks?
Oh yeah, like night shift work different.
Bruh, when I tell you,
oh boy,
I got scared for a second because I'm so scared of just seeing like, you know, dudes looking like dark troopers, like looking like Imperial Death Troopers, like stomping out protesters. But then when I see it, oh, never mind.
Then you see the MAGA hat.
Then when you
the
see
person
the
that would beat
MAGA
it.
hat,
Oh, okay, now
when
I'm good.
When I see my man get clotheslined from across, like it was like my man was right. The cop was here. The guy was like just over to the side. My man just went like, bah! And I was like, and he just rolled.
Not the
like
Superman.
He rolled like Sonic hit the spikes and all his rings flew out. Like,
we also need to talk about, dear Black femme presenting person on camera, we saw you. You want to know who didn't see you? The white woman who tried it with your phone and got bopped and socked right over there, and then had the nerve to act like, I can't believe that this happened to me. Keep your hands off people. They don't belong to you.
The hands was rated E for everybody.
Y'all are going to have to learn that black people like to give warnings ahead of time, just like y'all like to give warnings ahead of time.
My man.
Y'all told us that y'all were coming up to the state capitol.
TKO?
Hold on for a moment. Do what?
The Twisted Tea. He warned him.
Mr. TKO.
He dropped it on the floor. He had a chance to retract that statement and get the hell out, and he did it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But here's the other thing.
That was the first shot.
Just like afterwards. Oh, I did. I'm gonna say this. Just like y'all said, y'all were coming up to the state capitol. We told y'all back in 2020, if you fuck around, you will find out. We told you.
We told you.
That's gonna be the theme for 2021. Fuck around and find out.
See, there's been many years. There's been the years of receipts, the years of the years of silence, and this is definitely 21. The culmination. This is the it ain't time out for that. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. That's 2021 right now. It's like people can't. I was like, I can't get on a cruise. I was supposed to be on a cruise to Cozumel, Mexico last month. I was supposed to be drinking Mai Tais and dancing the lambada on that cruise ship, and I'm sitting up here in cold, dry ass South Georgia, looking miserable out here in my house, and I'm sitting here, and these people have the nerve to act up in the midst of this. In the middle midst of everything that's going on, and yes, a pandemic.
You know those numbers are going up too in a couple of days.
Yeah, you know them numbers going up.
But they're gonna be like, oh, we don't know where it came from. Oh my god!
You literally had an insurrection and a super spreader moment at the same time.
All the rallies that freaking Cheeto Puff had throughout 2020 are the reasons why the cases surged. I kid you not.
Yep. So again,
y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn.
One day.
One day.
No, actually, you know what?
You know what they say about hard heads in our culture. So
make us all behind.
They're not gonna learn. You can shove these facts down their throat, way down their esophagus.
When we say that they're gonna learn, here's the thing, Olga. You already know how this works. If there are two ways that life decides to teach you. It will give you lessons that you can observe and slowly absorb from. And then there are lessons that life will just beat into your bones. And some people just will not learn until it's them. Because it'll be things like, y'all gonna learn the hard way. Or, something, here's what you're going to do. You're going to learn that running up into the state capitol is probably a bad idea. That's one thing you're going to learn.
Especially unmasked.
Yeah, especially unmasked.
Facial recognition technology is a motherfucker. Have you y'all organized on Facebook? Do y'all not know how that works?
Y'all were just bold. Y'all were just bold though. Just bold. One of y'all straight up walked up in there with your work name tag, sir.
Oh my god.
One was a new member of Congress. My man was a whole new member. He didn't even get sworn in yet. He's He was from West Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't wait to get into his office. So he'd go with this angry mob, walk into his office, and hey, thank you for showing me off. Appreciate it.
He live streamed it, then deleted it, but of course the internet.
Y'all are that's another thing. Y'all gonna get enough of over here trying to flaunt your privilege and act like we're not coming for your jobs.
Right.
The speed at which we will make a receipt out of you.
Right. Like literally all somebody got to do is just make screen cap, reverse image search. It's not even a screen cap. If you have an iPhone, you can literally just hit please record the screen while I scroll right the fuck on through and make a whole video of that. Yeah, we have technical difficulties.
Not this.
There's a little bit of skew right now. Hold up. It's 2021 all day. The full weekend.
Oh god. on. Wait.
There we go.
Child, you okay?
Okay.
No, my knee.
Yep.
Not good. Not good.
That was nice.
Also, behind all this other stuff, while this podcast has just been about being black and tired of things, because amen.
Yes.
Well,
I have a word that I would like to say to our femme presenting black folks.
Mm-hmm.
A word of appreciation and a complaint.
Oh.
A complaint.
Mm-hmm.
A word of appreciation. Listen, the way that y'all have and continue to hold things down for people, despite the way that people do not at all ever hold things down for y'all at the same level. Okay, so my deepest expression of appreciation for that, because the way that y'all, the whole everything that everybody likes about Georgia, that was black women on the ground being let me go ahead and gather y'all together. Have this nation in those states that flipped in all those places. Also, black, indigenous, people of color, and the women folk in particular being let me gather y'all together, because what I refuse to do is to continue living in a place that got me all the way fucked up because y'all won't do what you need to do.
Right.
Yep.
So the gratitude and appreciation for y'all. The complaint that I have is for everyone else.
Yes.
Y'all, if I see y'all with the superhero memes for another black woman, if I see y'all come up with a list of jobs that they can do, if I see y'all with all of this other stuff, I'ma throw hands on sight. When I see you in these streets, leave these black women alone. Leave them alone. Let me just go ahead and make it specific to Georgia for a minute. Y'all went and saw this woman organize this stuff with her and a slew of other organizers doing the work that they needed to do to get the results that we have, where the whole nation is please come through, Georgia. Please come through, right?
Yes.
Y'all were immediately you should run for this office. You should do these things. You should lead these campaigns. Shut the entire fuck up and leave this woman alone. She is a human being who deserves a fucking break. Y'all need to stop trying to make these people superheroes that they have never, they never claimed they were. They didn't decide to be. They don't have to carry the whole of black politics on them, and they don't have to be the saviors for anybody. The fact of the matter is, this person sat down, did the work, and organized because they cared about things. And what y'all need to be doing, if you really appreciate her, one, send her money so she can get on a vacation or have a massage or a spa day or something like that. Two, leave her in peace for fucking ever and support her in anything that she decides to do.
Bless her cash app.
And three, the most important part, figure out what you're going to do. Stop asking and waiting for other people to come over here and rescue you every 2 years, 4 years, or wherever elections come up, and figure out how you're going to get in the goddamn game. Seriously, though.
Thank you.
Period.
Thank you.
Period. Because you want to know who the 86% of that vote didn't go to.
Thank you.
That election ran the elections around here, in spite of us winning them, almost ran 50-50. That means the rest of y'all have work to do.
Show as hell did.
Get into it. Get into it and keep it rolling. And stop asking Stacey Abrams to do the work for you that you know that you should be doing.
You should
read and educate yourself. Find out about what's happening in your local areas. Talk to your racist uncles, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters, and everything else. And honestly, get comfortable with cutting people off when they show you that they're about that fuck shit and they're not trying to learn.
Yep. There you go. That's the way I see it. I'm with you.
Okay, I'm going to take a breath for a moment. You know what? There's tea downstairs. I got some. It has lemon flavoring in it. I should go and avail myself.
Yeah.
Because it's getting hot up here.
Because
I am heated at the moment.
the thing in which I see, because I'm in with full agreement with Sid about not making black women like superheroes in the smallest of time frames, and because black women have literally had to save the country multiple times from itself, because again, it does not know how to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. America has proven that they cannot grasp the concept of basic motor skills, and it takes someone to fully have to take the reins, and it was always been black women, and it was always black women. It will always continue to be black women, and it will
we
always
need to fix that second. We need to fix that second statement, but continue that.
Well,
I'm gonna go get this tea I was talking about.
Right. It shouldn't just be black. I'm saying, like, it shouldn't just be black women, but time after time, it's been black women. Like, it's just been black women. Like, I've seen other women just literally vote, against their own best interests, against their own liberation, against their own pay scale, against their own, like, we need more women in STEM. We need more women in teaching. We need more women in leadership, in governance. And it just feels like that black women aren't really considered until, like, it's time to vote, and then it's like, okay, dust off Stacey Abrams and put her out there, and like, Stacey Abrams is awesome when there's no voting, when she's just literally just telling people, hey, this shit's not cool, and it's not, and hey, voter suppression exists, and we need to get rid of that shit. When there's no election, and when it happens, when elections do happen, and there's voter suppression, and they're like, oh, look, it's voter suppression. How come I only have to vote in one area to vote? In my city, there was one for early voting. There was one polling place. One polling place. Not two, not three, not even four, but one in the midst of a pandemic. That's where you drop the ballots off. That's where you go vote in person early voting. One place. So if you ran into somebody, you had to go run into everybody. The early voting, the absentee ballots, everything. So it's a mess. So when you got this woman telling you that it's like early, like, oh, voter suppression is real, but nobody else can't see it, it just blows my mind. So
I wanna there's some tea there. So
yes.
I'm not going to get too far into it because this is not the venue for that, TBH. But there's something to be said about how inconsistent these things are. So you have like a system or a situation where something happens in enough places for it to be a problem, but not everywhere. So when you talk to somebody about it, they're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not happening here. Like for me, my polling place is around the corner from where I live, in a place that's relatively small. It's not heavily populated. In most cases, except for like election day, for the president, there wasn't even a line. I could walk in. I could it took me longer to walk to the polling place because it was so close to my house than it did for me to go through the entire voting process and leave.
Right.
So these people are out here like, I don't know what you're talking about voting suppression. Like I could go in and I could go out, not knowing the fact that these people literally live in places like Atlanta, where going home to where your polling place is also a 2-hour commute through downtown traffic across 285, when that literally takes you like 2.5 hours. If the weather is really nice and the stars and planets align and it happens to also be your birthday and they aren't selling chicken and waffles on the corner at the same time. Like, the way that whole thing is set up in these major cities, the way that they had And mind y'all, every single thing I'm about to mention is in the news. So y'all can Google it if you want to. Didn't they have like a whole thing where they had, y'all can send in mail-in ballots, but they were putting out false mailboxes, and they said, well, we know that that's illegal. We're also not going to stop doing that.
Yep.
That was the thing that happened. That was the thing that happened in California for your notes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
That was the thing that happened. People being turned away because, hey, you didn't have proper identification happen. People having to wait in really long lines because suddenly machines were down was also a thing that happened. And so much so that people were literally out until the stroke of midnight in some places trying to get these votes in.
You remember when the water pipe broke? Broke.
Mysteriously on the day of the election, just somehow
broke. And what was the extent of that break? Was it full gusher or trickle? Oh, look, there's a puddle there. We got to slow it down. Hello?
And mind you, it's not even just like these election day things. It's also like years of going like, we're going to redraw district lines and voting lines. We're also going to have people who are in prison because your votes count differently for people who are in jail versus people who are not in jail.
Right.
For your notes.
Right.
As a note for that, by the way, if you haven't, according to laws, depending on the state that you're in, when you are in jail, you don't get absentee ballots. It counts for the city that you're in.
Right.
Not to mention the amount of things that they quickly tried to make a felony.
Right.
Because that was the whole thing. Do y'all remember in the news like 3 whole weeks ago how they were trying to like get streamers who got DMCA'd charged with felonies?
So yeah, there's something that
as a note for that, for those of you who are not up on this sort of thing, if you get charged with a felony, depending on the state that you're in, you either, until that felony is dropped, or possibly for the rest of your life, are unable to participate in our voting system.
All right, hold on. Before we go any further on that, I do feel like I do need to address that law specifically. That is not for Twitch streamers. That was not for content creators. Yeah,
that was for whomst.
That was for people who were creating websites specifically to stream copyrighted content.
Also, like
so if I created majordisney.biz and decided to just stream Disney Plus all day.
Yeah. Also, you mean like Kiss Anime and Kiss, like Kiss Anime stuff.
You're not supposed to be talking to people about that.
But yeah. So that's what that. So again, that's what that law was for. At present, just to put that out there. At present, that's what that law is for.
Yeah,
not for Twitch streamers. Like when it came out, it was sensationalized to mean that, because I mean, again, who understands a law that much? But again, as lawyers kind of read into it, they put us at ease. It is not for Twitch streamers, not for YouTube. It's not for any kind of content creator.
Yeah,
who are currently going through DMCA strikes.
Yeah.
It's for those who are like, you know what? It's for those, like, if I wanted to help Kevin and say, hey, I'm going to put all of the peanuts on majorpeanuts.net so that way Kev can watch all the peanuts without having to have Apple TV Plus.
I see what you did there, and I appreciate that, but I'm still going to throw this attitude for the shade, though.
But yeah, so just because I know that came out while we were on hiatus, we weren't able to cover it, but that's what that was. Yeah. Sorry about the little break in there, but just wanted to make sure we cleared that up.
We appreciate the asides there, the clarifications.
Oh yeah, clarifications is always good. But
nobody think they're going to jail.
No,
not for this yet.
Yeah, you stream the Uncle Roger clip, you're going to jail, son.
Now I see the weird camera thing on Skype. That's crazy. Okay.
Is it me still?
So now that we've gotten most of that out of the way, do we have any tech news or gaming news that we want to talk?
For an hour and a half. Well, we've been in that starting for a while, and then we did have like 2 minutes of no audio. So I don't know how long we've been doing this, but
Yeah,
like, listen, the air had to be cleared.
It
about
did.
something.
It did.
Yeah, the air
It
had to
did.
clear. I mean, we can't just like have a show.
Yeah, shit
and not
happened
talk
while we were
about it.
gone.
And really, we basically catching up for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
like we.
It's
So
understood. That's why, like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not like,
Yeah.
look, this.
You know.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So to bring it back, Twitch disabled President Trump's account, citing incendiary rhetoric.
Bye.
Peace.
And more
all
Twitch
I'm gonna say
news.
about Twitch is, yeah, if you saw that town hall, y'all know what I'm talking about. Bye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And more Twitch news, seeing that we're still here. They removed PogChamp because the person who the face is based off of was also inciting violence at the Capitol.
I didn't see I could never find the tweet. I wasn't looking hard enough. But
I mean, it took me a while to even find out who the person is that they were referring to, and then find out. And then I read that, and I'm just like, oh, okay,
right.
Oh, look, you based your whole identity on somebody problematic. Not the first time that ever happened.
But I mean, y'all. Again, gonna get real close to the microphone so you can hear me say this in those buttery smooth tones.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the fact that you took the time to remove that for incendiary violence, but did we forget that this person was also an anti-vaxxer, a COVID denier, and was like straight up like MAGA before this happened? Because I mean, sis, y'all could have just taken the hint then, like Maya Angelou told you to.
As I pointed out to Kevin, it took a literal riot in order for anybody to do something.
It took literal violence.
Someone had to just go, like, someone literally had to wake up one morning and choose violence for you to do this.
It took violence for this to jump off.
Who even is this guy?
I hate this.
I don't even know who he is.
I hate to see what's got to happen for them to get
They're
fix the terms of
basically
service.
like
Fuck.
a somewhat somewhat significant figure in the community of fighting games. So
Yeah,
you wouldn't necessarily know about them, but it's also like Twitch. This would be a really good, wonderful opportunity. Now that you've shown us that you see, this is the kind of stuff that makes me mad, because I feel like the same stuff when we talk about companies charging you things. It's just like, so you've showed us that you can take lateral disciplinary actions when people are being problematic as hell. Do you want to do anything about the people that we've already told you that are problematic as hell? Do you want to do anything with them?
We have a list.
So now we can look at precedent. Did they start a riot?
No. Like, for example, we've learned that you can decide that certain terms are bad and ban them, although you have absolutely no context for them. So, maybe rather than banning the word simp, for example, you could use it.
Man, we can't say that word, man.
Great. It's been great, guys. Sending the torch to my whole channel.
Like, rather than banning that word as an example, you could ban any number of slurs that people just regularly slide up into chat and use. You could also ban people using names like Whites United. You really could. That would be great.
Yep.
It's fine. Let it get edited in post. It's cool.
You said it now. It's in the ether. It's something I can do.
We live, man.
Damn it.
He can get edited in post. It's fine.
Well, hopefully, if this channel gets reported, they'll look at the context. We were saying what you can't.
No, like THC, they straight up said like these are words that no one can use for any reason because they're insulting. There were 3 words that they mentioned. That word, the hard R. Well, apparently, we'll see how that one goes. And I shouldn't say it's a word that starts with a V, but for Major's sake, I'm not going to say that one. I'll get him later.
The V word.
And it's kind of like, how do you manage to show how competent y'all are as companies with the ability to enact policy at a moment's notice and never use it to do right by the people who use your platform. My God. Every time.
It's just so hard.
Y'all went
it's so hard. It's difficult.
Like y'all came with the speed of Hermes to get the PogChamp emote out of here.
Right.
Meanwhile, Zombie
hurried, pressed. Somebody
had to deal with like hate raid, stalkers, people doxing, and all of this other stuff. I'm sitting here in someone's channel and had to become a Swift mod because people are coming here, sexualizing people, doing all of this other stuff. But sure, the emote. Now that being said, I do want to give props where props are due, because at least you recognize that this thing was problematic and decided to handle it. I just need y'all to have those hands consistently and throw them. For like the rest of 2021, I just need you to do that until you make up for that town hall.
Right.
TV.
I need y'all to maintain the same energy when it comes to that. When you ban Trump and you remove PogChamp, I want y'all to keep that going. Like, don't stop at these two. Keep going. Keep doing it. You get on the roll. You know how you do something? You do something good. The people like it. They, say, hey, you keep it going. You keep doing it. You do it more. You do more. Hey, keep banning trolls. I'm with that. Keep doing it. Don't stop. Keep on doing it. Don't stop. No. Yep. Keep them. I got Sim jamming.
I mean, we do, because like we know those tunes.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's move on over to the actual tech news.
Oh, I'm laughing at this one.
Did y'all know that there's over 100 million PCs that are still running Windows 7?
Yep.
A year after Microsoft ended support for that platform.
Yeah.
You know something? I believe it, because I'm pretty sure that there's someone still out there holding on to Flash.
Probably. There's probably like some of them who are like municipalities, city governments, county governments. Probably are running Windows 7.
Orange County Department of Social Services.
Yeah, running.
There's a Windows 7 laptop in my house currently.
Yeah, I got a Windows 7 PC. I got a Windows 7 PC, like old gaming PC. It's not connected to anything,
Unfortunately, mine is connected to my wireless unfortunately, it's my wife's work machine and it's connected to wireless because she needs it for work. I'm not happy about it. I was not happy about it when she took the job and she showed me the laptop. I was like, why?
Why would they?
It's one of those things where I think it suffers, and I put suffers in quotes here, suffers from the same kind of issue that Windows NT had, where people are just like, but it's so it works.
It's stable.
I
know why.
That's what I needed to do.
Yeah, like I know why this is what it is.
I just kind of like want to look at this and it's like, y'all aren't the military, upgrade things.
Even now, the military needs to, like, one thing that happened while we were on break is the fact that they discovered that I believe it was Russia hacked into a platform that the U.S. government uses, and they don't know how long they've been there, what they got a hold of, and if they still there. So honestly, we just need to thaw out the whole damn thing.
Yep.
Just throw it out.
Russia always trying to get into y'all remember I was telling y'all when we got compromised, they was trying to get in our network. Like, they trying to get into everybody's network.
They ain't trying, they got in there. They already in there. It was like to throw the whole damn thing away.
The amount of times I've been here and I'm just like, I do not know why I have this IP from Russia, but you don't have my phone, so that's gonna be like an L for you. Enjoy that, like whatever that was or whatever, because it doesn't happen super often, but I'm just saying here that's like, this is why this particular podcast is brought to you by two-factor authentication.
Wow.
Two-factor authentication. It works.
Look, it was one of the memes that came out yesterday was name one thing that was more secure than the U.S. Capitol. Right answers only. I said my personal Linux service. Ain't no password. You need no password to access it, but you need them keys. You need them SSH keys.
Yeah, I heard wig shops. I heard.
So I said I also said the liquor store in the hood.
Yeah, that too. Liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
The candy lady.
Candy lady. Oh yeah, candy lady.
The wig I'm wearing right now.
The razor, the razor aisle in the CVS.
Mm-hmm. Yep, everything.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Oh yeah. Well, not the Dollar Tree I worked at.
Literally the U.S. post office.
Not the one I worked at. Mm-mm.
The post office, Barnes and Noble.
Oh yeah, the post office, library. Yeah, library is very. I've worked for a library. Yeah, you couldn't get away with shit. We'd be at the door, be like, "What you doing?" Oh,
but yeah, again, like,
oh yeah, like, what you doing? How are you gonna steal from the library? It's free. It costs you nothing.
It costs you $3.99.
Literally go to the front desk and say, "Hi, I'm gonna borrow this," and go home. And we would have told you, "Okay, cool, bring it back in 2 weeks." How you stealing from the library?
You can literally check out movies. I'm like, we got Avengers here? What? I'm coming here on Friday nights with my chiclets.
Actually, I don't even remember the last time I've been in a library. I should probably just walk into one when all this is over.
Oh my god,
It's been a while.
Great. Peaceful. It's
oh my god, I'm just gonna, when this is over with, I'm definitely going to my library. I'm
mad that people have had a more difficult time with trying to get to, like, have had a harder time getting through Super Mario World from like the early 90s than trying to get into the state capitol.
I mean,
for real.
Yeah, I had to use saves. I beat Super Mario. I beat Super Mario Brothers for the I beat Super Mario Brothers for the first time in 2020, and I had to use save states.
Yup. And the rewind. Yup. I said, you ain't finna shame.
People can walk right into the U.S. Capitol.
Yeah, just walked right in, slipped right in. No Sam Fisher.
It's speaking of security.
No Agent 47. None of that. Just
speaking of security,
walked right in.
Speaking of security and throwing whole things away. Yeah, all those cell phones, all those computers that were in the Capitol, throw them the fuck away.
Yep.
Because again, what people don't realize even about these people who stormed the Capitol.
I know that you're not doing all of this, but you have half of these government officials, including the president, with a whole Yahoo
one of these
that is like MAGA 2020 as a password. I know you.
One of these
again, not all of them. One of these with like a rootkit. Not everybody's smart, but if cyber professionals within the federal government, if they're not already doing it for their backbone, like their backbone, they need to be doing it for those computers and those cell phones or those of the Congress people, because the fact that sure, some people like the president himself is dumb as shit,
right? But
understand that a lot of people who are organizing this event, even though they telegraphed the shit out of it, they know what they're doing. A lot of them are in this same space we occupy.
Right.
A lot of them were the fucking gamers from Gamergate who were hacking and doxing. They know what the fuck they're doing.
All you need is one of these.
So, yeah.
Malicious rootkit. All you have to do is malicious rootkit. Pop it in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait 5 minutes. Pop it out.
I should see Apple stock rise, HP stock rise, Lenovo stock rise, Acer, Asus, whoever is building computers and cell phones, stock prices need to be rising because everybody in the U.S. is buying a new device today.
Right. You remember when Shinzo Abe had came to America, right? And they were in Mar-a-Lago. And remember when like North Korea shot a missile across the mainland of Japan, and they were in Mar-a-Lago with their phones, and they they weren't in like a skiff or in like a ballroom, a modified ballroom skiff or whatever. They were in like the back patio outdoor dining area with their phones, and they were using their phones, and then had the flashlight out, and they were just literally just like going all over this with the phones like this thing, doing all that right there. I'm thinking to myself, All somebody has to do is hack into one of them phones. Just one. Or if one of those phones were compromised, all they could do is just go chicken, chicken. As soon as somebody passes over something sensitive, it just goes chicken, 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 like that. Just start snapping pictures and wirelessly sending them to whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolute dumb.
Like we've already covered that. You know, there are iOS hacks out there where people, or even Mac hacks, where things can be rootkitted and you would never know.
You never know.
That's what we said. Like, not only 2-factor auth, but update your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know. Like, we know what's been compromised, but you never know what hasn't been.
Right.
So you just better be safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I need to update my Nvidia drivers. Because that pop-up came before I started the stream. I was like,
Yeah, but I probably should do that too.
Look, I just got the notification today, so yeah. I'm current up at least until this last one that came out today. So, or it may have came out yesterday. I didn't use the computer yesterday.
Yeah, I probably did that too. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're still using Windows 7, Lord knows, I hope that you have a good reason. If not, Windows 10 was free. It actually technically is still free.
It's still free.
You don't have to pay for Windows 10. They will give it to you. Microsoft will give it to you. You can't change the background. You can't do any personalization shit. But you can use Windows 10 for free, and they will give you the fucking updates.
There are places that you can go to. They're not great sites.
Yeah, was it Penguin?
No, not Penguin.
I don't like Penguin.
No, not Kingwin. Not Kingwin or
Kingwin,
DQA.
that's what it was.
There's a place that I've heard of called SCD Keys, and you can get like Windows OEM licenses for like $12.
Yes, I still don't trust them.
Like, I mean, I've tried the other ways. I did try the Kingwin way. Sad to say, I paid a little bit more than that, but it did work.
I think I tried Kingwin once, and it's like it worked, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. This site it's really skeevy.
Yeah, I definitely,
I'm good. I did it once, and I'm good. I'm not going back. I won't pay full price.
I definitely use PayPal with all the sites that I'm like, yeah, I'm not giving you my credit card information. PayPal, go handle that.
Yeah.
PayPal got my card. They know what to do. If something is a little hanky, I could just call PayPal, and PayPal be like, "Give me my money. Get my money back, man. This is some bullshit."
Yeah, just upgrade. Just upgrade, please. Please do.
Yeah, upgrade your shit. 2-factor.
Speaking of the things you can get for free, The Mandalorian is 2020's most pirated show.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that.
Like, hold on. Can I get a show of hands, please? Just real quick. Who's surprised?
Not me.
No.
No one. No. Oh,
okay. The top 10 listed. This is coming from Torrent Freak. Number 1 was The Mandalorian. Number 2, The Boys. Number 3, Westworld. Number 4, Vikings. Number 5, Star Trek Picard. Number 6, Rick and Morty.
Wow.
Number 7, The Walking Dead. Number 8, The Outsider. Number 9, Arrow. Number 10, The Flash.
Yep, I agree with that. You see, back in my R-Matey days, you know, I could definitely contest to that, like the list, because Arrow and Flash were always like, you know, picked up. A lot of the DC shows were definitely thank. I think the one that was of my choice back in the day was like Big Bang Theory, and because I had the joke that I never watched it in primetime ever. But yeah, that was back in my R-Matey days. So now I have all the streaming sites. But the way what happens is a lot of these services, these streaming services, are not really available in a lot of places to be able that people have access to be able to access them. So, pirating is just like, oh, this is just where I go to watch the shows that I love, because I live in an area, in a country that's not going to have access to these shows. So I can't watch them if I want to be hip with what's going on, and cry at the sweet cuteness that is Baby Yoda. I can't do it because Disney Plus might not be in my country, or it might not be in my country yet.
Right.
So I'm not saying that I'd like to say I for one do not condone piracy, and I have not done that or something of that ways and means in a while. But I do see and do get the understanding that, hey, a lot of these shows are not available in, there's many places that you can't get access to Mandalorian, and so you gotta go with what you gotta go with.
I'm gonna say to y'all about that and anything else the same thing that I would say to you about things like Photoshop CS3, 4, 5, or 6.
Oh.
If these things were easier to access, and or people weren't in the middle of dealing with not having money for things, praying that a stimulus happens, facing down evictions and other things like that, I would be like, y'all have the means to do these things and you are not doing them properly by proper channels, shame on you. But we don't live in that time, and we haven't in like 40 years.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that I condone those things, and we cannot tell you that we condone those things. But much like a comedian has said, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I mean, think about how many times have you wanted to be able to play a game, and that game does not exist, and you can't get the copy, and
or
so
they tell
it's
you
like,
that copy is $70, and you're just like, $70 of what dollars? I just spent $500 on this system.
So how are you going to be able to play X game, especially a lot? And there's like, with certain games are just like when, like, I think I seen like a story. I don't know if you probably want to mention it, Major, but there's just like whole, like, the 3DS is like can be defunct tomorrow, and they stop production on the 3DS, and there's just whole like swaths of games that are just gone. Like, you will not have access to unless you have a 3DS. And if you don't have a 3DS, you can't access to it. And if they just like, oh, 3DSs are like $400, $500, how are you going to be able to play? How are you going to be able to play Pokemon Oris? How are you going to play Sun and Moon? Like, game's just gone. But in emulation, you got a wider array of people have access to content that they can't have access to, and through emulation, certain games, unless it's like the main, like, Nintendo fare, how many times is that going to get remade,
right,
or re-released? So, like, I love this one intricate, like, RPG called Secrets of Evermore. When the fuck's that coming on? That's coming on the Switch? The SNES online app thing. I'm glad Breath of Fire 1 and 2 are on it, and I can play those, and I can have a good old time with that. But what if you just happen to love, like, Phantasy Star or Legends of Gaia or Secrets of, or whatever, you can play Secrets of Mana, and that's great on everything. But can you play Secrets of Evermore? Like, so, I don't, like I say again, don't condone it, understand it, and there are ways. so, but yeah, that's my little commentary on that, ways and means, I guess.
Yeah. Nvidia announcing latest innovations in gaming next week during CES.
Ooh.
So get ready for them to announce more graphics cards.
Yeah, I hope
that you can't buy.
That you can't buy. I said, I wish they could announce when you're gonna get more graphics cards. That would be, I think, Can we get innovations in logistics, please? Can we get innovation in like shipping, in not selling huge swaths of huge pallets of graphics cards to scalpers and miners, please? Oh my god, fucking miners.
GeForce RTX Game On is coming next week, January 12th at 9 a.m. PST. Join us as we unveil the latest innovations in games, graphics, and more.
Hey, Michelle. Hey.
That's a name I have not seen in a long time.
Right?
So, I was like, what?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
So yep, that's it. Did y'all know 3G was still a thing?
Oh yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
It's still up.
Yep.
And it's going to stay up.
Yep.
At least on Verizon, they say they have no plans or they are delaying plans to shut down their 3G network.
Because they leased that network. You know, all you need is somebody to be like, "Hey, yo, we want to use your 3G towers for our lickum and stickum for our cheap ass phone network," and that's it. You're like, I can leave them up, still make a little money for them, and then just add them in the rotation of maintenance.
That article is just so. Why? It's like, well, we can't imagine what would have caused them to deviate from. How much money are they making from it? Y'all know that the answer is always $. Why are y'all acting brand new?
Right.
Not even.
In 2016, Verizon said that it would shut down its 3G network on December 31st, 2019, and it stopped activating 3G phones in July 2018. Though promising to end 3G connectivity in 2019, Verizon ultimately delayed it until the end of 2020 to give impacted customers more time to figure out their plans. But now it seems Verizon will continue to make its 3G network available alongside its 4G and 5G networks. It's not clear why Verizon has opted not to shut down its 3G network, but Light Reading speculates that it could still have a significant number of customers using the 3G technology. Many Internet of Things devices rely on 3G connectivity, such as in-car connected safety features.
Oh, okay. So the reason why we're not doing this is because all these people on Windows 7 is what they're saying.
Pretty much. Or more reasonable explanation is like people have older cars with old tech in it. And it's not that easy to replace that shit outside of buying a new car.
Well, and that's the other thing too. It's one of those, if we disconnect those services and just swap them on people are going to have to buy a whole bunch of new equipment. And we don't want to, or we don't want to.
You can't throw the whole car away.
Can't throw the whole car away. Nope. And then what you gonna do? Junk? Yeah, you gonna junk the whole car? No.
I mean, I was gonna say y'all could just give them whatever phones would be in that whole area, but then y'all would have to actually care about people. And don't let me remind y'all and run y'all these things again. How they just went and gave people things for free for months last year, and that included some material things. So, you know what? I don't remember any of this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just making things up. It's not on Google. Nope, sure isn't.
Speaking of Google, and
segue.
I guess this also comes in. I guess just gonna bring it right back. YouTube will strike channels posting videos with false U.S. election claims following Capitol attacks.
Y'all a little late.
You know something? I feel
big late, but yeah.
I feel like my opinion on this particular subject matter has been made quite clear. I will not continue, except to just go. You know, while we're here, YouTube, and you're in the spirit of trying to do the right thing by people, you might want to check on your LGBTQIA plus people and monetize their things when they talk about their experiences and not demonetize them. You might also want to ever so slightly check and or curb the actual fascists and Nazis on your platform.
Yep.
Might want to address them. Might want to have a word with them in the form of a canceled or banned account. Maybe. Not necessarily a slap on the wrist, but more like a slap into the shadow realm. If you could just handle up on that, I would appreciate that so much.
Yeah, just slap them in the big.
Just while we're here.
Yeah, just slap them in that big gate from Full Metal Alchemist. Just open that up and just be like, boop, right in there.
Right on in there, yep.
Yep, just right in there. Just be like, boop. Well, yeah, like where all the bad hollows go in Bleach. Just smack them on in there.
Oh boy, this next story. I can't wait. I can't wait to get your takes on this one. Tesla CEO Elon Musk bumps Jeff Bezos to become the richest person on Earth.
Now,
okay, so here's my entire question on this. Boo. Next question. I'm not mad about that. I have feelings about Elon, but it's not about this.
I like the petty nature of this, where it's just like, haha, I am the rich man now. Look at me. I'm the rich man now. Like, I'm the rich man now. Like, that's my petty love. It tapped into my petty bone, And so I'm like, yo, I love this because now it's like my man can't say he's the richest man anymore. So it's like it's Elon Musk. Even though, like I say, I don't like both of these dudes. Keep it one Rondo, but no, I don't like both of them. But it's like the fact that one is not as rich as the other is more richer than the other. It's like Pewds and like T-Series. I don't care, but it's just like I'm just laughing at one person that they're both competing. And then it's like, oh look, the other person got beat. Petty bone activated. That's it.
So
go ahead.
On the one hand, who the entire fuck cares about these two? When these people went and made $217 billion a piece during a pandemic. Like, are we really deciding to just go? Did Elon pay to have that article published just so Jeff Bezos can read it? Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He just wanted to be like, I know that you're not reading my email, so I decided to put it in the paper so that you had to read it.
Bloomberg is the one who wrote the story initially.
Yeah.
So I think it was just in Bloomberg's interest to write that article.
Right.
Just to keep it very objective. Bloomberg was going to write about it anyway.
It's like, yeah, it's like if you read that in like Fortune. It's like it's like I'm gonna put this in a way and a means so that somebody could see it and read it, and that again that's really good to my petty bone right now. Like right here, that's where it is.
So my question is now, again, another thing that happened while we were on break. Bezos' ex-wife,
oh yeah,
and her name escapes me at the moment, donated a shit ton of money to a whole bunch of places. Again, like it only reached my ears because HBCUs all over the Southeast were like, "Yo, we got money, thank you."
Whoa,
yeah,
what?
like. Nice. So like I heard it from my wife who said ECSU or Elizabeth City State University got some money. Then obviously A&T put out a statement, and then other HBCUs kind of put stuff out. And then I realized, oh no, she just donated to just a whole bunch of causes just out of the blue, or I guess maybe in relation like to COVID relief and stuff like that. But
she was like, take this money and just give it to things. Just give it.
Wow.
So nice, though.
Yeah, here it goes. Mackenzie Scott gives away $4.2 billion in 4 months. In a blog post, Ms. Scott said she wanted to help Americans who were struggling because of the pandemic. Ms. Scott is the world's 18th richest person. Okay. Much of her fortune comes from her divorce with Mr. Bezos, who is the world's richest man. Not anymore. Second richest.
Not anymore. Yep.
Quote, this pandemic has been a wrecking ball in the lives of Americans already struggling. She wrote in a blog post on Tuesday, adding that she had picked more than 380 charities to donate to having considered almost 6,500 organizations.
To put all of this in perspective, with the amount of money that the two men that are being petty as fuck about like how much money they have, 100 million people could have $2,000 a piece this month. They could just go like, wow, that's a whole thing that you just have, and they would not miss it.
Nope, not even miss it. Just be like,
I mean, because it's not like they ain't got everybody's home address. They could just send the check. That's what I mean.
You'd be like, hey, you got an Amazon account?
They don't even need your home address. They probably have your bank account number.
Yeah.
Not that far. I tried to put it in there. I tried to put it in Amazon. It didn't work.
Lord,
they ain't want my money. They ain't want my money that bad.
They be like $2,000 in Amazon. But it's $2,000, but it's an Amazon credit.
I mean,
wasn't there a thing that I sent you, Linux, that like had Bezos, not Bezos, but Elon also like popping off about, I can't remember what it was, like WhatsApp or something like this.
I don't remember.
Was that because? Wait, was he on?
Let me find it.
Was he doing some stuff on?
I mean,
WhatsApp?
Musk has got beef with Zuck anyway.
Oh yeah,
that's the beef I'm aware of. Musk and Zuck.
Yeah, Musk and Zuck definitely got beef.
Oh yeah, they do. So apparently he popped up in the news behind that too, and I would like to throw that in the pot for tech news this week, being like, I want y'all should use Signal and not WhatsApp because fuck Mark Zuckerberg. That's it. I'm like,
Yep. Like I think
I'll just get to use iMessage and Discord. Thank you.
Yeah, I think.
It's like Elon, are y'all okay?
No.
Yeah. Zuck and Jack. I know Zuck and Jack got beef.
It was like Epic Games and Apple, and now it's these things. Like,
well,
y'all listen. There was a literal act of sedition by multiple people at the state capitol. And what y'all decided to do is talk about these people arguing about who has the better Pokemon. I don't care.
Musk and Zuck have been fighting for a bit. I think their fights have been initially was against like AI.
Yeah.
Like Zuck is pro AI, Musk is anti AI. Like that's where their fight is. I think Musk and Bezos, like they're just like tickle fights with their stacks of cash.
I mean, if they were like arguing about AI, it would be one thing, but they literally said, "Don't use this person's program because I don't like them," and I'm like,
"Don't do it."
You okay, Anka?
A repeat.
God, I can't.
I'm gonna just stop moving.
Don't stop moving, but you know.
It's in Anka's desk.
we might need to put a webcam clamp on Anka's Amazon wish list.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna take a look at that. I need to take a look for a desk setup because as much as I hate giving Elgato money, they do got some good stuff to use.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got another arm from Elgato coming eventually. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Nichelle, we don't know. We don't know what's going on over there.
I'm gonna just stop moving. You know how you're trying to multitask and then your body just start moving random things.
See, that's why you're knocking stuff down because you're trying to multitask.
Trying to edit videos again?
No. Actually, I forgot to post my guitar challenge today, so I was trying to. Before it hit 12 at least, and I went to sleep.
Do like how my mom do. Time the uploads. She do the automated uploads. So that way when it's done, it'll come out when it's ready.
Body's an AI mode.
Exactly.
Speaking of Epic, they bought a mall right down the street from my house.
What?
Now see, I like this. See, I like this.
Epic Games buys shopping mall to convert into their new headquarters. Yeah, I guess that mall is empty.
Can I just?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Is it just me wondering why you would buy a physical location during a pandemic?
I mean, it's taking them it's going to take them a few years to convert it. So hopefully by the time they use it,
I mean, I'm gonna say you got to move in now. It's just a matter of
because there's still people at that mall.
I mean,
that mall is still there.
I mean, people are like, look, we're buying on faith. We're not gonna feel like this pandemic is gonna be forever. So in the meantime, between time, let's just go ahead and lock down a headquarters real quick and get the headquarters together, and then we'll revisit it when we got it. Because again, nobody, like did you say, Epic is like, we could stand to renovate a mall, a former mall. Yeah. In the meantime. You know,
I mean, to be fair, it's a mall on the East Coast because they didn't go to the West Coast to buy that land.
I mean, it's like right down the street from their headquarters.
East Coast.
They're just trying to be Google.
East Coast is cheap.
Real cheap.
I'm surprised a lot more businesses don't open up.
I'm gonna tell you something. Cary specifically, not cheap because a lot of the northern transplants come down, live there because of the Research Triangle Park. Cary itself is not cheap. Honestly, but Cary Town Center
probably cheaper than other places that they could have bought.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They could have came to Georgia. They could have came to Georgia. The tax rate.
Well, remember too, Epic Games is headquartered in Cary. They just bought the mall that was down the street from them.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It was like, man, we ain't trying to move.
I'm like,
you just needed to be a little bit bigger. Fortnite became bigger than what we expected, so let's just grow a little bit.
Waiting for them to turn this in building, and it's kind of like y'all thought it was going to be an office, but no, like you can come in and instead of playing laser tag, you can actually just like play Fortnite in a virtual setting. Waiting for that to be the thing that happens.
Like make the actual Fortnite island. Ooh, complete with storm. That makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Give me the Black Panther skin. I'll be good.
It was information about it, but I forgot. I grabbed the first article where they were just reporting that they bought them all and not necessarily the. Oh. Okay, never mind. They halted current HQ work.
Okay.
So this is from one of the local sites here. Epic plans to turn them all into a 980,000 square foot global headquarters by 2024. Canceling out plans announced last year for a mix of office, retail, and residential spaces.
Retail. Oh, right.
The original plan with groundbreaking schedule for February included up to 1.2 million square feet of office space in 7 buildings. Oh, okay. This is the old plan.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, apparently Ikea had plans to take over that mall in 2018. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right, because I was planning on that Ikea opening so I could buy furniture for the house I was living in earlier this year, but they canceled it.
The only Ikea is in Charlotte.
It
makes
does
no
not.
sense.
It does not.
Who's gonna drive all the way to Charlotte? Not me.
Right.
And I'm an hour away.
Yeah, break them places up.
But apparently I think that they're probably going the Google route. Like, hey, we got this big space. We're gonna have the headquarters and like some shopping spaces and all like that stuff. So
I like stuff like that because it's like you got most of the time you got these abandoned ass like big box stores that are just basically rotten. That just basically just rotting from disrepair. Like, dude, just throw something in there. Just be like, hey, corporate headquarters. Boom.
Now, the one thing I was concerned about with this is the fact that there's a Dave & Buster's in that mall.
Well, I guess there's gonna be a Dave & Buster's in that.
No. So I did. So luckily, I have a friend and some participates to our local Extra Life Guild here. When I posted, she had actually responded and she said that they are moving to another location.
Okay.
That they are moving to, like, that Dave & Buster's is going to not be there, but somewhere in Cary. So at least when this is all over, Actually, I still don't know if I'm gonna go into a Dave and Buster's, but maybe.
If them rates crash, if them rates drop,
it's still the fear of the pandemic for me.
Oh yeah.
Y'all remember Dave and Buster's used to be called Julian's?
No.
Really?
I've like the whole barcade thing for me kind of showed up with Dave and Buster's, and then all the smaller ones happened after that. But I know that they existed first. The small ones existed first. It's just I was only aware of it after Dave and Buster's showed up.
Mm-hmm. See, for me it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Like for me, it's always been like the bowling alleys. That was it. Like you get you a good bowling alley, you get the games, the bowling, and the food along with that. So
I miss those high school bowling alleys.
Maybe it was just at Concord Mills, but when Dave and Buster's came, the space that they occupied was called Jillian's, and I don't know.
Jillian sounds familiar now that you give me the location. It sounds familiar. I want to say it's probably some of my friends from college who were from Charlotte would talk about it.
Okay.
CD Projekt Red, boy.
Boy.
You know something? I want to have any of these reactions, but me is just doing this right here.
Like to put interesting. Crack the book open.
Remarkable.
See,
believe what is happening over here on this particular graphic novel on page 27. Oh, absolutely scandalous.
See, hit it with the Himi-sama laugh. Yeah.
Last we reported on CD Projekt Red, thanks to Aka during our excursion out in Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Last we heard
that
from
was breaking news that day.
Yeah. Last we heard from Cyberpunk 2077 was that they got delisted.
Yep.
From the PlayStation Store that night. Following up on that, refund policies were changed on multiple platforms that allow for more people to get refunds from the game. But also developing during the break, a class action lawsuit has officially been filed against CD Projekt Red for this clusterfuck of a video game. Where CD Projekt Red said they will undertake vigorous action to defend itself against the class action lawsuit.
I wish y'all had any concept of how petty I am feeling about this, because all I can think about is such a shame.
Yeah.
Truly,
How
such a shame. Just
most unopportune.
Like the petty that I live in, where I'm just like, one, y'all deserved it. Two, y'all deserved it.
Yes.
Three, y'all absolutely deserve this.
Yes.
Not for the audiences of people that you completely threw under the bus, from our trans folks who are just kind of like, hey, some of the stuff that you're doing in this game is harmful, and y'all ignored that. Not just because of the way that y'all threw out this game that was shockingly more bugged than a Bethesda game could ever hope to be, but you had multiple companies having to give money back to people. They said, we apologize. Here is your $60.
You made some.
It was so bad that two companies, wasn't it like Xbox and Sony, who were just like, we're not publishing this game on our store.
No, it's just Sony. It's just Sony.
Yeah,
But both companies, Steam, and I think Steam, and God knows with Epic, because who knows what their return policy looks like. Yeah. But at least Steam, Xbox and PlayStation amended their return policy to allow for people to return the game. More backstory on that Sony one though. Sony's thing is, if you download and press X to play on the game, you do not get a refund.
Nope.
At all. Mm-hmm. So, like Sony was dragged through the mud through all of that.
Right.
That's why they removed it, because they're like, well, what? They told us, no, fuck it, just remove it. Just get rid of it. Just make it go away.
Yep.
Just make it go away. Go away. It's gone.
Mr. Jim Ryan said, yeah, we need to take that bad boy off. Yeah, no, all of it. All of them? Both of them? Both of them. Yeah. Huh? Off the 5.2? Yeah, that too. What? But the 5 just came. No, both of them. It's
not even on the 5. No, move it.
Remove it. They can still buy it. It's not a PS5 release. It's not. But they can still buy it.
They've not even released it. It's what? Huh? Move it. Fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So
exactly.
That's a mess.
Hot mess.
PS5 and Xbox Series X are so big. Boy, we're just bringing everything in here. Ikea's in the news. Big that Ikea.
We had to bring Ikea back.
Funny.
Has mod consoles in store to help you buy a media cabinet.
That was funny.
That was fun. That was funny to me. To be fair, that was funny to me. But as much as I really want to clown Ikea for this,
it's smart.
And I do. It's the smartest thing ever. It's hella smart, because how many times are you basically sit there thinking to yourself like, man, I'm gonna buy these big ass Aki ass consoles and trying to figure out where the heck I'm gonna put them, right. And how they gonna look with the TV, how they gonna look with my 50-inch. Where is this gonna go? Do I have to unplug my Blu-ray player? Do I gotta move my TV? Do I gotta move my TV box, my DVR over to the side? Where am I gonna put my DVR at? So instead of being like trying to juggle this expensive ass console, when you've already made your purchase, you can go ahead and figure out, is this big ass console gonna fit, in my media center? How's it gonna look? How's it gonna look upright? How's it gonna look laying on the side? So again, I want to clown them for it, but it's smart. And I respect the hustle with my chest. So yeah, it's just when I seen that, I was like, this is, it's not dumb. I fucks with it. Okay.
PS5 ain't got no business being that big. That's just
it really doesn't.
Actually, have y'all not turned? Well, you don't own a PS5 or PS4, do you, Anka? Yeah,
I've seen the PS4. It's not that big.
No, it's not.
PS5 Slim.
Try to turn on that console with any new game that's come out in the past 2 years. It is a cooling issue.
Oh yeah,
that's why it's so big. They're trying to make sure this shit don't sound like a fucking jet engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the PS5 Slim.
Honestly, I would. Unless they fucking maybe vapor chamber it, like the Xbox One X. Yeah, if they figure out some way to liquid cool that thing, I do not think it's going to get small anytime soon.
That's just crazy.
I've pretty much had the Slim. I pretty much had the Slim of all consoles except for the PlayStation 2. I've had the fat PS2, but I got the Slim PS1. The Slim PS3 and the Slim PS4. So I'm not saying that just as you say, unless they unless they make graphical changes, but this is definitely Sony is definitely the company that has made Slims, and I just know at some point.
I'm not doubting it, but it's a thing where they got to figure out that cooling first. The reason why it is comically large is because the fact that they tried to push it in a small form factor like the PS4, it would literally catch fire. I'm sorry. Let me not say literally. We are trying to not spread disinformation. I don't know.
No,
it's not like I'm running vape. It's not like I'm running my vape pen through an Xbox.
Right.
But I honestly believe that if they made that PS5 as small as a PS4, it would catch fire. It would. It would not survive.
Right.
But yeah. That's Sony showing some humility right there. Said, okay, look, we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it.
Yeah, we just had to make that bad boy. We had to make that bad boy big. It's a big boy.
But yeah, shout out to Ikea. I love Ikea.
I've been
into an Ikea once in my life, and I hate that. I've never been into one multiple times.
I heard it's an experience.
It is. It is an experience.
The cafeteria, y'all better listen.
Yeah, there's one in like Jacksonville, and I was thinking like next time we go to Jacksonville, definitely go cop to one. But then Rona hit, so it was like, well, none of that.
I was visiting friends in Maryland, and they lived not too far from. They were like as we were going to their apartment, we could see the Ikea.
Yeah.
So I told them, look, I don't care what we do today, we just got to go to Ikea. What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, no, I just want to go. I just want to go to the IKEA.
You know what IKEA is? IKEA is like an old person. It's like an old person, not an old person. I don't want to do anything to old people, but it's like an adult Toys R Us.
Yeah.
It's an adult Toys R Us. It's an experience. It's like I myself would have if I was like 12, if I was like 8 to 12, I would have hated an IKEA. 36, I want to go there because I want to look at the desks. I want to look at entertainment systems. Like I want to look at that.
If it was not for the pandemic, this whole I was planning to buy IKEA furniture for this whole space. But it's like, I'm not ordering this shit online. I'll just have to make do with what I had at the old house. Luckily, it all works out. The only new furniture I've had to buy for this house was this desk chair and the desk in my office.
Right.
But yeah, I wanted to redo the entire space and just nothing but IKEA stuff. But I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not shipping this stuff now.
Yeah, I am thankful that I didn't have to go do big purchases this year, because usually this is around the time when we get like a new television and new devices and maybe look at furniture and and such. But this year has been like whatever Amazon don't have, like
we don't need it.
We don't need it. If Amazon don't have it or Ollie's don't have it, because Ollie's have been like pretty good as being like, hey yo, whatever. Ollie's has been like, hey, you need something, we'll go get it. We'll go get it. You don't gotta go anywhere. My mom likes to peruse, but there's literally been some time we've been like, hey, I need this fire pit, and it'd be like, bet. Next thing you know, he came back with the fire pit and like, anything else you need? I'm like, some shelves, boop, some shelves, and I was like, we didn't even barely have to leave out the store. We just like, well, we'll just keep that right here. We'll just peruse around. We didn't have to like carry anything. We just they just came and got it and moved it to the car. I'm like, bruh, love it. Hand clap of praise to Ollie's bargain outlet. So definitely. But shout out to IKEA for that. Hand clap of praise.
And more console news. Analyst predicts which console will sell the best in 2021. Will it be the PS5, the Xbox X, Series X or S, or the Nintendo Switch? The analyst stated that it will be the Nintendo Switch.
If people can keep their hands on one, that's the gag. That's the whole gag. Those things go faster than...
Which one of these things
listen, hey,
are you making when we're doing things like literally pricing things at $10,000 and handing people 100% off tickets to avoid scalpers and things? Who was supposed to which console?
Right.
Or when we got games that literally go, if you save 8 gigabytes worth of data or 8 megabytes worth of data or whatever the number is, probably gigs in this case. If you save 8 gigabytes of game data, the game literally not function. When you got that going on, what console? Which one? Whomst.
Exactly. Whomst. like I say, Uncle, if you looking for a Switch, no wait, you got a Switch. Never mind. I'm sorry, but I'm like, if anybody want to look for a Switch, get my ebook, get my like Zoom course, because I'm gonna get you one. Because if I can get Sin one, if we can find one for Sin, we could definitely find one. I could definitely find one for you.
We should not have to hunt these consoles down, but I understand. But the fact that I have to bird watch Target's website or anywhere you get a Switch from so carefully every day because it'll sell out before 10 a.m.
Yep.
That makes no sense.
It really does.
Stressful.
Because pandemic kind of fucked it, because usually what happened is when a console came out, you would have diverse stock.
Yeah, I imagine that the Switch would not be hard to buy. The Xbox and the PlayStation, I would say that it would be difficult. It wouldn't be as difficult as it is now, but it'd still be difficult. The Switch, seeing that it's been out for 3 years, it should not be difficult.
It really shouldn't be hard
in a pandemic. I mean, if it wasn't a pandemic, I think if we didn't have to contend with this, I'd be able to walk to a Best Buy, buy a Switch, and be good.
Right.
But I think because everything shut down, nobody was making anything, and now that they are making things, they're not making it as fast or making as much as they used to.
And it can't go to the brick and mortars, because then you would have a whole bunch of people congregating, and you don't want to have a whole bunch of people congregating. So that's why it's been on the mostly online side of it. That's why it's been so hard to find, because online it's susceptible to scalpers. Yep,
bots can't walk into a store.
Yeah, bots can't walk into a store. Unless it's the Jetsons, they can't walk into a store. So it is what it is.
So my question is, with this one, do you agree with the analyst that the Nintendo Switch will be the best-selling console of 2021?
Yes, because it is good. It is good in its simplicity and innovation. It is both a portable device and a stationary gaming device. There is nothing like it on the market. It still commands attention. People love it. People like it. Even though to be honest, it's just an Android tablet. It's basically an Nvidia Shield with with a Nintendo skin on it, with a custom Nintendo UI on it. Nothing special. Nothing particularly special about it, except for the innovation that is the Joy-Cons and the game library, and how relatively affordable. It's one of the most affordable, even though I have said multiple times that the Switch is the most expensive console that I've ever owned, because I've had to buy a case, a secondary thing. Luckily, it came with Joy-Cons. And how Joy-Cons go, Joy-Cons run like $70 a pop. A secondary dock. I had to hunt a second dock because I had to connect it to my living room television. And, so you need cables and stuff for that. And the games are like $60 a pop. They don't go down in sale. Like, they never go cheap. Like Splatoon 2 came out launch year and it's still $60.
Yeah, that's that Nintendo tax.
That's the Nintendo tax. So it's like, it's hella expensive. Like, I can buy Red Dead, which looks amazing. Red Dead 2, which looks amazing, is amazing, for like $20-$30.
Which is surprising given the fact that GTA 5 was $60 forever.
Forever, yeah.
Like, they just, like, within the past year or so, the price is going down on GTA 5.
Yeah. So it's like many a time you could buy GTA 5 for like $15.
They was giving it away for free at one point.
I think that's kind of what started it.
Yeah. It's like, you know.
But yeah, like I remember back when I first got into PC gaming and was running around with crowds that I definitely would not be running around with these days. No one would I know. And like they will always complain like, all right, we're having a GTA Online night. But people will complain so much. But it's $60 still. But I looked at it as like, well, you do realize you get GTA Online for free and they give you all that content for free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get why they charge $60, but yeah, now they don't do that anymore. But yeah, I remember it was like 4 or 5 years ago. You'd be lucky if you can get GTA 5 on a sale on PC, at least on PC.
Mm-hmm.
How about Sin, Anka? Y'all agree with the Switch being number one console of 2021?
Well, considering that it doesn't have the storage issues that everything else has, probably. You want to know what the sad thing is?
It does. Try to play NBA 2K on that thing. I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would. But
and that's the thing right there. What do you mean? Do you see this face over here? Where am I playing NBA 2K anything?
Look, I heard about that when they put the first one that was available for the Switch. I bought that online.
I laughed.
It took 10 hours to download that.
I'm not talking about like the download speed, which is probably its own struggle.
No, the game was that huge.
That sounds like
the size of the game on top of trying to download that shit on wireless.
I mean, here's the thing though. First thing, downloading that on wireless, you knew better. But also, let's talk about this for a second.
You tried it, all right.
Is that console of the year going to have the things where it's kind of like, hey, you better not do Game Plus this too much, or you're gonna have problems.
Yep.
You don't craft. Don't craft.
Can it play Stardew Valley?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you know that's our benchmark now, right?
Yeah.
Does it run Stardew Valley 1.5?
Why? Why we gotta do this?
Not yet.
Look, we need to let that go. Let that go. I rebuilt the whole damn thing. Let it go.
Yeah, that's like Crisis.
In 2020,
it was giving you struggles. I was literally like, I don't even have nowhere near the level.
Yeah, I still need to figure out what that was. I've not tried to replicate that since I've reinstalled everything. I do need to retry that though to see what happened.
Yeah, you better take it easy though. Don't.
Oh boy. Oh. Look, don't come for me. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Said, remember when?
Not like this. Not like this.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. In other console news, Sony discontinues all but one PS4 model in Japan.
I think I know which one that is.
According to Game Watch, SIE has discontinued the PlayStation 4 Pro as well as several PlayStation 4 Slim models, aiming to instead point those manufacturing resources toward the now current gen PlayStation 5. This leaves only one PlayStation 4 model, the 500GB Jet Black Slim, alive and kicking, and sees the end of production of PlayStation 4 Pro line altogether.
I forget which one I have.
You said you had the Slim, right?
Yeah, I got the Slim, but I'm trying to think, do I have the terabyte one?
Or
do I have the 500 gigs?
Yeah, I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about like why would they do that, and it's like, especially get rid of the Pros. Like, well, I mean, if you really want that performance, like just get a PS5. It was like the same damn price.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Right, just everybody's slowing things down. I mean, again, like Microsoft doesn't even make the X anymore. Like it's the 1S, the Series S, and then the Series X. So everybody's consolidating. Nintendo is buying Luigi's Mansion 3 studio Next Level Games.
Okay.
So, in acquisition news, can't have a show without a company buying a company.
always thought that was kind of. I was always thought that was kind of odd that Nintendo didn't have like them under the umbrella, like how Sony does.
I thought this was a Nintendo thing. I didn't know that another developer did it. So
because just like Sony has like Sucker Punch.
Well, no,
Sony
I get that, but it was Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, Smash is made by Namco, so.
No Sakurai-san.
Oh yeah. Wait. Is it still Namco? Even though he's working on it, or I know one of the Smash games was Namco.
Probably not the current one of
was it
Smash.
The Wii one? The Wii U one?
Probably the Wii U one.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the Wii U. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Sakurai got that bad boy on lock, and ain't nobody gonna tell him he gay. My man has given you Smash and Kirby. You gonna put some respect on his name. He gonna be like, yo, my man does all the bad boys himself. First of all, quick side note, have y'all seen when the pandemic was really going? Did y'all see Sakurai's like living room? Like just literally like these like two like this like one love seat, minimalist one love seat, and then on the other side this huge wall entertainment system with like a TV, a whole bunch of consoles, and like a Switch. I was like, see, I fucks it with Sakurai, even though I need him to eat a ham sandwich. My man's looking pretty thin. Like, bruh. Yeah. I'm need you to eat my man.
And software update news. If you have one of those very, very awesome Pixel devices, the January security patch is now out. So make sure you do that. Again, don't know what's out there on the internet. They can take your shit. So update your shit.
I'm updating it as we speak. Oh,
Sir.
Yep.
Sir. This update was available 3 days ago.
Well, I'm doing it. It should do it on its own, but you know.
As soon as I saw this article, I was already updating. I'll update and then I post it. In deals, Xbox Game Pass at 7 new games in January and 4 are leaving. eFootball PES 2021 season update. Injustice 2, The Little Acre, Neonverse, Torchlight 3, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Yeek, a postmodern RPG, is coming in January. For Game Pass Ultimate Perks, Spellbreak Chapter 1 Pass, World of Warships Legends Holiday Cruisers, and World of Tanks Legends of War Pack. And FTL My Friend Pedro, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Tekken 7 was on Game Pass?
Console. Not PC.
Well, it's not going to be anymore. Only on PC, but yeah. So yeah, if you do not have Game Pass, what are you doing? Just what are you doing with your life?
Fix your life.
Fix it.
Especially if you're on PC. Oh God, $10 a month, such a value.
Oh my God, why? Okay, I need to fix that. I cannot stand auto playing videos. Let's see, PS Now games for January reveal The Crew 2, Frostpunk, and more. Oh wait, I thought it was PlayStation Plus. This is PS Now, so this isn't a deal. They're just games that are on their streaming service. The Crew 2, Surviving Mars, and Frostpunk are available if you want to stream those games on PlayStation, because PlayStation does have a streaming service, but nobody ever talks about that. Nobody.
Frostpunk is very solid. As somebody that plays a lot of city builders, I fucks heavy with Frostpunk.
So this is big news. This
problematic punk games.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Come through non-problematic punk games.
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
I thought this was this week's, but apparently it's not. It's next week's. Star Wars Battlefront 2 goes free on the Epic Store next week. I will post this next week to remind you all that, hey, this dope big game is going to be for free next week. But this week, Crying Sons is available in the Epic Game Store.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to playing that for free 99. I probably be prepared for EA shenanigans, being that if you're like, hey, I don't fucks heavy with Origin, you might have to open up Origin on top of that. Just be okay.
Yeah, I could probably wait a second. This is actually even on Epic though. That just hit me like, wait a second. This EA game is on Epic Store, not Steam. Okay. I see y'all. But yeah, that's it. Next week, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is on Epic Game Store for free. But Crying Sons is available this week. And ladies and gentlemen,
y'all have a whole week to prepare. You have a whole week.
Get your hard drives ready. I don't know how big this is. I don't think it's as big as, Call of Duty, but still. But that's it. That's it. That's all of it. We did it. Made it through another. We made it through the first week of the new year. All these tech stories. All this nonsense shenanigans. Couldn't even make it 6 whole days.
Right. Ridiculous.
Couldn't you get a week?
I swear, if this was a PlayStation game, we couldn't return it. But it caused a little riot. Sorry, no, you downloaded it, you played it. Sorry. Can't take back 2021.
You have completely finished this game. There are no refunds.
You have I see the platinum. You've 100%ed it. I don't know what else to tell you. Please stop.
So, Kev, what you got going on this week?
Probably nothing much, but playing city builders and just relaxing, light cooking, cleaning, organizing. I bought a new desk lamp for the work desk for the home office, and so that's great. Thank God for nice little Amazon retail therapy. Got some stuff that I need. Got some stuff that I needed. Showcase one thing that I bought. This is a Fitbit charge stand for my Fitbit Expire, and you just basically just slap that bad boy on, as opposed to, just slap it on there. It charges it up, real nice.
Wait, did you say Expire?
Inspire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm watching the caption and it totally caught you were saying Expire. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah,
this seemed like a good branding choice for Fitbit, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the Fitbit, so I don't expire.
Got you. There we go.
Gotta make sure let me check this heart rate. Okay, bro, go get up.
Still alive. All right, cool.
Be like, my Fitbit be like, get your ass up and do something.
Not your Fitbit reminding you every so often. Have you moved? Have you left? Have you left your Netflix watching station?
Be like, look, I'm gonna need you to give me 200 steps in the next 10 minutes. Go!
Fitbit
Go! So yeah, that is something, and then probably maybe try to play more Dragon Quest, because that is a bop. I'm very much enjoying Dragon Quest. My goodness. And then Ooblets. Ooblets is just pure joy. Like, Ooblets is just pure, unadulterated joy. It is hipster Pokemon, and I love it. It is. Yep. And that's pretty much what I got going on.
Anka's next.
Why?
What you got going on this week?
What you doing on?
What you doing with it?
I'm planning my world domination.
Go on.
No,
do.
I'm hopefully well this weekend, the rest of this month, I'm just gonna be planning for the rest of the year, financially, spiritually, and mentally, because I got a lot of things in the pipe works, and I really want to make sure I'm prepared, because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right.
Oh, speak it, Anka, speak it.
So you see this wall back here. I know that you guys might have wanted to ask about it, but if not,
no, honestly, I just now noticed that.
Same.
I'm crying.
I was like, that's the
project. I'm just like, he's putting things up on the wall. Okay, it's cool. I'm not gonna ask, because that blue tape means stuff has to be painted right there. We'll talk about it later.
Actually, I'm not gonna paint it. It's gonna become a planning wall.
I'm not one of those people who are. Well, actually, I am. I am one of those people who will be in a Zoom call. Man, what they got going on in the house? But honestly, I ain't been paying attention this time.
It's all right. Yeah, it's one day you're gonna see this wall inundated with sticky notes and string and push pins.
Oh God, not her trying to like run a scrum on the wall. We're just gonna move that. We're gonna move that over here.
I'm also gonna just raise up all those. I'm also gonna see if I can find those old Miros. I'm gonna start asking Telia about some boards and lines and notes.
Listen, I have.
Oh, Telia, them notes, Lord.
A lot of people can just write stuff down in a planner and be okay, but no, I have to see it every day to make sure I don't forget to do it. I mean, the planner is good for writing it down, but if I don't open this again, what's the point of it? You know what I mean? So this will be visual to remind me to open this planner, and
I have like my thing for using planners and things is that I know if I put it on the wall, I'll just be annoyed that it's over there, and then like I need this to fit into an aesthetic. So I have made that like a digital list, because if I get phone notifications, I know I'll do those because I have to see them, and I'm like, I want to clear this off the screen. I guess that means I have to do stuff now. Also, things. You know how all of your notification numbers are red? It has trained me that if I see things on the screen that are red, it'll irritate me enough to do something about them.
Man, I need you to tell me how that bugs you. Like, I get it, but I cannot convey that to my wife. Oh my God, like, why do you have 11,000 unanswered emails? I do not understand how this even works.
Yeah.
When Discord broke one day and it wouldn't let me clear the red circle, it annoyed the shit out of me. Like, I couldn't log into Discord to remove the red circle.
The struggle.
Not this. This is where you slide into settings real quick and you just say no notification bubbles on this application.
No, I can't do it. I gotta know. I gotta know.
No, there are some things I'm like, I had one thing that used to keep like a tally of how many notifications I hadn't read, and I'm like, if this isn't essential, I literally do not want to know, because I will spend the whole day trying to make sure that number stays clear, and this is nonsense. So I keep it on for 3 things.
Well, so now I will tailor it. I don't need to know everything. I will fix it to where, all right, these are where I want to know. But even just like, look, because like I'm modding servers and stuff like that, so that could be an issue I need to look into. Please, people, don't send me screenshots to your Discord servers. Especially if they like. I've seen Anka's.
I'm gonna send you one right now.
Don't do it. Don't do it
right now, right this second.
Oh my God! I'm
about to hit you with it.
I feel like I'm gonna hate it. I really feel like I'm gonna hate it. Because I've seen Anka's and I've seen other people. It's like this is the worst. Why are y'all doing this?
There you go. Screenshot has been sent. Now you can look at it.
Hey, I think the shared Discord I have is pretty organized. For the most part.
that I could take that. There's no red. I see that there are servers you haven't looked into. I get that, but there's no red.
No, like there are things that appear. I have all of my servers set to, if you need me and it is important, at me. If you did not at me, you were not talking to me, and I will not see red numbers.
Yeah, I don't.
That's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
I'm like this. Don't at me, DM me. How you get in touch with me is you hit me up by DMs, because I can see DMs quicker than I can see ats. Because sometimes ats, especially in specific DMs, not DMs, in Discords, where there are people who do like the hey I'm live Discord.
See, this is why you go. I'm going to mute everything, like all the at, all the here. I'm going to suppress everything except for at literally Kevin. Like if you talk to me, you need to at me, and I put Japanese characters up in there to make it real difficult.
Now, see, the one thing that people have done that really gets me, they figured out a way around that. They will put you in roles because they know you're going to turn that off, and then they will ping the role. Yeah. So Discord, like it was recent, they added another section, mute role pings.
Right. See, I don't mind somebody pinging my role, but I hate when somebody ping everyone, and then I'm basically sitting up there looking like, well, this ain't got nothing to do with me. This is just you everybody. You're like, put people in watch. If it's like, oh, we're doing the watch party, put everybody in watch party that's want to watch party, and then just ping them.
Go ahead and do this real quick for y'all. If you own a Discord server, if you are in charge of a Discord server, if you are a mod and can make suggestions for your Discord server, please make the ones that do things like these roles, unless you own the server, you cannot at everyone.
No, don't at everyone.
There are a few reasons that I can think of to be like at everyone, and there are very few. At here is fine. At role is fine. You usually don't need to at everyone.
No.
Things for you to at everyone for. Hey, I have understood that there are major physical events like hurricanes, tornadoes, and or earthquakes, and I want to make sure that we're all okay.
Right.
At everyone.
Right.
Other than that, you better go ahead and hand me an at here and call it a day.
Yes. An at here or at my role. That's it. Don't at everyone if it doesn't have to do with me. Because sometimes it might be like, at everyone, we're playing Among Us. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking play Among Us. Why are you adding everybody?
First thing, no. Two, you really just need to make a gaming channel and just go like, yo, if you're in this channel, and you see me playing Among Us, that's what's happening.
Right.
Or tag the people who told you they're interested in it, let them choose a role or something, and like add that role and let them know you're playing. Leave people.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then I'm
if you at everyone to tell me you're playing League of Legends, we're gonna fight.
Yeah. Big talk. I don't want to play Valorant. Don't add everybody for Valorant. But don't do that.
Wow, that's a real specific drag, but okay.
Yeah, there'll be some times where there'd be like specific stuff, just like Among Us. Be like, hey, everybody, we're playing Among Us, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I have every opportunity to play Among Us on Switch, on Game Pass. I don't wanna.
What if you come back to the server and you're like, oh, I didn't know they were playing. I would have wanted to play, but because you weren't here or online, you didn't get the notification.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's where that role thing comes into play.
Yeah, that's where the role thing comes in. Because if it's like, if you play Among Us and you got the Among Us role and somebody at Among Us players, they're going to get you.
But what about everybody that doesn't like assign themselves a role?
Then if the role didn't exist and people missed out, or you didn't know the role exists, you missed out that, hey, all right, I'm going to put myself on there for next time. But if you knew it existed and you just chose not to choose roles, that's on you.
Okay, so here's the thing. What Anka is saying is, please at me specifically whenever y'all do anything. Just at me.
But see, now me,
I want the red numbers. Give me all the smoke,
so now that puts me as server admin. Okay, I got to remember to add Anka. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, I'm not. No. And I also think it depends on server size because
and that's the thing. I'm thinking of bigger ones because, like, any of the servers that I run or that I own aren't that big.
Right.
So it's like I know who's in there.
If it's less than 100 of y'all, I'm adding everybody.
I'm still. Well, actually, no. There probably is a server.
And then I'll just look at it and be like, and then just let me like,
hello, there's 5 of y'all. Why I'm gonna do a separate role play?
Anywho,
yeah,
Anka,
this is as you grow, though.
Yeah, Anka, what else you got going
on? I hope I can skate some more, but we about to have a snowstorm at 3 a.m. So that's.
You skating.
Ice skating.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to notify some people. So look, I was gonna reinstall your server tomorrow, but yeah, they talking about snow, so y'all just gonna be ass out until I get back to the campus. Peace.
Why do we always get snow between January and March? I remember one year, my sophomore year in college, I was so mad because it snowed all spring break. Couldn't go nowhere. Couldn't do anything. We were stuck. I don't understand that about North Carolina.
Slightly.
I don't understand that.
Anything else?
Nah, I'm good. I ain't got nothing else going on. Just trying to survive.
Sin.
All we can do.
That would be me.
What you got going
on? Well, this weekend is probably going to be a chill weekend, and then we have streams on Monday and Tuesday, as we do. But also next week on Wednesday is going to be a tabletop stream. We're going to play games in a system I have not played before called Scion. So we're going to have a wonderful time of it, right? We're going to be doing a thing where I am playing a character named Everett, who is a DJ and basically has a supernatural sense for when people are about to die.
Oh.
That's trying to figure out
that's his thing. It's one of those things, like it sounds morbid, but it absolutely isn't. It's one of those things where he's just like, life being as fleeting as it is, we kind of have to make the most of it. So he's always having, I talked to the DM about something, and I can tell y'all because it's not going to spoil anything for anybody except for maybe THC, who I was going to tell anyway. There is going to be a scene where he meets someone's grandmother, and like that's basically going to be like it's an NPC's grandmother, and that's kind of be the way they go out. They're also going to end up singing a song by it's Last Dance by Donna Summer, because of course it would be. It's gonna be a wonderful time. So y'all stay tuned for that. I will make sure that y'all are informed, or at the very least Anka's informed, because I know that she is very, very much into that stuff. But I think y'all would have fun with it.
Okay.
Cool.
My gosh. Did you see? I don't know if you saw that video I sent you with the goblins.
I did. It was kind of like, let's just go ahead. Oh, really? Okay, 145 of them then.
I want to play another session with you soon.
I'm working on writing something too. So if y'all ever like have a thing where y'all want to get into it or what have you, Anka, please, if you play a magic character, make sure you have spells this time.
Okay.
Anka was a whole visit, and she was just kind of like, I forgot that I needed to learn how the spells work. We just had her roll. We had her roll a dice, and I had a table that would just have them randomly do things. So she had one where she just flew up into the air, but nothing else happened. She had one where someone turned pink for no reason. It was just like a lot of stuff. She also may or may not have blown up a tavern because she was mad about something someone said about her hair.
Nice.
Anka is a delight to have from a role-playing perspective. Absolute delight.
Nice.
Be
like, magic man.
Come here. Hobby.
This is like, oh wait, you're still here. Just no, you're still here. Oh no,
it's not working.
Why Why y'all so messy?
Yeah. I had a Dungeons and Dragons book I used to read, so I'm familiar with it.
Oh my god.
The one time I played D&D, something happened, and the wizard or whoever we had on ours, they cast a spell, missed, and hit one of us. It's like, what the fuck, man? Why we didn't have to hit him? We didn't have to attack, but no, you did anyway, and now one of us is dead.
To be your own people.
Exactly. It's mad the entire time. We could just chose not volunteer. So is that it, Sin?
It is.
Awesome.
It is until February.
All right.
There's going to be a lot more of these things. I'm probably going to tell y'all where it's kind of like, I'm finally going to, be doing nerdy tabletop things. So be on the lookout for all that stuff.
Hey, definitely keep us informed on that.
My rule cyclopedia. The nerdiest thing, one of the nerdiest things that I ever owned. You know what I found? You know what's funny? I found this in going home from school and going home to my mom's school. I went to school. I got dropped off at my mom's school. So basically, I went to school, got dropped off at my mom's school where my mom worked. So it's like I went to school, left the school, and then go home. And then we were driving home from her school, and before we left out to go into the main road, we seen something in the middle of the street, and we were like, "What the heck, Kim? What is that? Go look for that." And it was this book.
Wow.
And I literally found a D&D book somewhere in the middle of South Georgia, in the middle of the road, and I was like, "Well, it's mine now." And and what I would do is I would just sit back and just while hours and just read it, and it's just an amazing, most D&D-ish book out here, halflings and shit, and I'm just like, I love it. So I would just sit back and just read it and just be like, one day I'll play this game with people.
Nice.
So with me, I'm back to streaming. Well, I was set to, hey, do 4 days in a row this week, but yesterday happened, so I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna chill and not do that. But yeah, I'm slowly getting back to it. Been playing a lot of PC building simulator. Played a little bit of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, but then got really bored, especially when I didn't know. I don't know cars. I love driving cars, but I don't know them, so I just went back to PCs. I made a small little resolution to try to make more tech videos, because I want to get into that space of, I would like to be a tech reviewer. I would like to be the next Your Average Consumer, MKBHD. Honestly, I just would like to study tech, tell people about tech, and have them listen to me about tech, because I know my shit. I don't know how many times I have to convey this to people, so I'm gonna try to make more videos to try to get that.
Thing is, so is this where we are we going to read Linux at this point? Do we get to talk about these things?
Oh boy, why do I do this to myself?
Because what I'm gonna need Linux to do, because he appears very regularly in my feed on the Twitter. I have not reset my list yet. He will probably still be there after I do so. Linux, Boo, Love, I'm going to need you to add lengthy threads or the occasional tweet of your personal opinion of things. What I will see is you're just like, here is some information. And I'm like, what do you think about the information? What caused this to be the thing that you decided to post today? We're going to have to get to know you through these tweets. I need you to tell us more about what's happening.
Are we talking about the articles?
Mm-hmm, because that's all I hear from your feed are articles. It's either articles or the occasional tech company drags, and that's mostly Twitch. But I'm like, when you just go, hey, here's some news about an iPhone, I'm like, Why do you care about this? I need you to talk to me about your areas of expertise that have
break a thread out. Just be like, hey, yo, a thread.
Like, give us the tea. Tell us what's up. That's why we don't know things. That's why people don't people don't put respect on your name. We don't know what your name is.
Yeah, you can still link the article and then be like, hey, yo, here's a thread of why I feel about it.
So yeah, there's a pipeline for that. That's why there is no context, because there's a pipeline for it, because I'm getting stuff set up for the show. That's what that is. The articles that I'm tweeting are literally the things we're talking about in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what that is. So I don't want to give away what I want to talk about on the show.
Well, I mean, but you're telling us anyway. Like, it's the whole program. Just give us program notes. Like, you're just like, this is a red wine, from the vintage of 1955, and the form of the rose gold iPhone. Like, give us one of these things.
All right.
Dimensions, just
yeah. I mean, again,
I'm not saying like don't pour the whole glass, but give us a sip of the tea.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I am trying to get better about it, and it's that thing too where I've noticed there are times when I've been doing that, and then I would stop it because I realized, okay, yeah, there's no context to this. But then when trying to get stuff ready for the show, I kind of rebuilt that pipeline to put it out there. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So there's that. I'm gonna do that. Also try to put up more tech videos. I actually counted that outside of podcasts and just other random streams, I've done 18 videos talking about various tech things. So I'm in the process of sharing those out as well. So people can kind of see what's like what I did in 2020. It's really nice. I'm actually really proud of those videos, especially towards the end when I got really good at, shooting unboxings, or at least I think I got good. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. Now that we'll be snowed in, I actually have a whole bunch of new nooks in the office. I'm gonna try to shoot a video of me replacing some NVMe drives, and those. So yeah.
Yay!
I'm gonna get better. People need to listen to me. I'm right, damn it. I'm always right. It's very rare when I'm wrong.
Yup.
That's gonna do it. This has been a very, very, very long episode.
I mean, we had to catch up on some things.
We did.
We had to bring y'all into the new year. We also had to clear the air about some things.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? Truth be told, I feel like it's going to continue because I am going to, every single time I see it and have to comment on it, drag everybody who decides that they want to buck up over the next 2 weeks. I'm mad at all of them. All of them can go straight into a wood chipper.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank y'all everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Sin, Kev, Anka for coming back for 2021. It's been a pleasure. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but I get it. You want to relax and listen to people be right for a change, to give you the good stuff, the right stuff, the smart stuff. Thank y'all so much. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people out there is I love you. Peace. How?
Wakanda forever.